go on. Waiting.
Hello,
There you
hello.
go.
Hey.
There's one.
Everybody's back.
There's two.
There you go. So,
Okay,
this is part 2, Roadshow from the Freedom Festival. And I can't remember where it is again. Tam something.
We're at Freedom Fields Naturist Ranch in Tamworth.
Have another
Stone
dab,
Mills,
Al.
Ontario. We're north of Napanee.
Yeah. In Stoned Land.
And I've disconnected the home base there because we got a body casting going on here. And I thought maybe we might get a few words from the fellow who's getting casted.
Ooh.
Is it cold?
So you could make that you could call this a body cast. Get it?
Yeah. I hope they prepared you properly.
A full body cast.
Did they tell you how long you'd be?
Oh, someone said a half hour.
That's not so bad.
Half hour.
Yeah.
And is it front or back?
It's his bum.
Oh, man, that's a lunch bag letdown. We wanted to hear the screeching when they pull it off.
It's okay. You want me to come back when you remove it? That's his wife, by the way.
So I don't know if you heard what we were. Can they hear us, Al?
Oh yes.
Okay, so I don't know if you heard what we were talking about earlier, but you could use a can of lube all over the body for that, and you'd be medicating while you're doing it. So if you're sitting there for 2 hours, hello,
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
No, they're not for 2 or 3 hours. It takes about half an hour.
okay,
so.
well, even a half an hour, there's a half an hour of absorption time.
Yeah, it'd be really good for your skin then when you pulled it off. I mean, it wouldn't make you high to apply it topically.
No, of course not. No.
That's one of the well, I'd say I call it a benefit that if it's a topical lotion or cream, it's just good for your skin and good for pain, bruising, that type of thing.
Yep.
If you're talking about a personal body oil, there are things in it that do make you feel really good, but it won't make you feel high.
No, of course not. But there are other sensations that come along with it.
Yes, there are. That's what I say. It'll make you feel good, but it won't make you feel high.
I got a thing for what do you call it? Sensual play. What's it called? I can't remember the name of it.
It's not 50 Shades of Grey, right?
No.
Sorry, I just had to say that. and I noticed everybody was quiet. That was
No, I got Tamara is binging my phone, and it threw off my concentration. No, I'm trying to think of there's a word for what I'm trying. Sensual.
well, it's foreplay.
No, sensual play and foreplay are totally different.
Oh, okay.
Okay, because you're using other things. You're using other things like lotions and
It's very intimate.
feathers and blah 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 blah. Right.
Yeah.
Welcome to Sex Ed 101.
Okay, no problem. Okay, let's now. When it comes to making your topicals, is there something like how do you blend it together? Like, do you throw it in a crock pot? Can you?
Careful.
Yeah.
Giving away trade secrets.
I know.
Careful.
I think I've got that trade secret.
One word.
Mix it any
Actually,
way
it's
that you
2
see
words.
fit.
2 words.
If you want to educate people to be able to do it themselves, like it's a trade secret.
Magic butter machine. That's 3 words. Magic butter.
A magic
machine.
butter
The
machine.
magical
That
butter machine is
are
very
available,
good.
and they are available at BMA. How much do you guys charge
Yes.
for them? How much do you guys
We
charge for
sell
a
them
magic
for
butter?
$2.39.
That's a good price, man.
Yeah.
That's a good price.
They're not from
Yeah,
eBay.
they're over $400 out here.
Yeah.
Wow,
You're
really?
kidding.
You
No.
got wow. Hey, that tie dye looks good. She's just being
Oh,
awesome.
buy a Gome.
No, yes, Magic Butter Machine. I've got one right here in front of me now. I'm assuming almost all of us here on the radio have used one.
No,
Who said
Never.
no?
Tamara.
Oh,
I don't have one.
Oh,
And I don't use
Tamara?
okay. Now,
Come
okay,
to Harvest Vex
do
next
you-
year, Tamara.
No.
I'll teach you how to use a magic butter machine.
Yeah, and
do you
I'll
go
tell you
by the
something
recommended
else,
time?
You have to be careful. What I did find with magical butter machines is sometimes it's worth it to, if you have a temperature gun, to measure contents, because it's not always accurate where you select the temperature on your
Jeez.
magical butter machine.
Ah, that may be
Some-
explaining why I partially, I'd say, burnt a bit in mine.
Yeah, that would explain that, because the first time I used it, I ended up with that charred bottom.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
It's called
yeah. Is it
varnish.
my third
Yeah.
or fourth time?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's varnish.
Yep.
And it's hard to get off.
yeah, I know
Yeah.
it is. Yeah.
It is. So I found that too. So sometimes I found it better to put it to the setting lower on temperature than they suggest or that you were setting it at.
Yeah.
And it will actually heat up beyond the temperature that's stated that you've selected.
Oh.
I should say to you plus minus 50 degrees.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
50
don't.
degrees. Holy smokes.
Well,
Well, it can't be that much.
it can be
Wow.
on some of the settings. So
Ah,
you just have to really check. And it's probably, if you want a decent one that's not super expensive, they're about $40 at Canadian Tire for a temperature gun, and you can just aim it at, and you can set it in Celsius or Fahrenheit, and then you can really get the temperature of the liquid.
good to know. Canadian Tire.
Yep.
They've got one. Yeah, that's that could become useful in other situations as well.
Yes. Yes.
That gun, yeah.
And I mean, it's not going to be 100% accurate, but it's better than what the magical butter machine is telling you the temperature is.
Yeah. Yeah, because you can feel the heat on the outside of it.
Yep.
On one side,
Yeah.
Hmm.
but on the other
Yeah. Yeah.
But so, which tells you that your heating element isn't really evenly spaced around the machine, and which is why you're going to have varnishing happening in areas where
Right.
oil's
Yeah.
contacting the heating element.
That's right. But and I'm not knocking the machine. It's really wonderful. It was actually a major stepping stone for me to do a lot of different things that when I
Yeah.
first started diversifying into other methods of using cannabis.
Oh, for sure. I have to agree. It's the same thing because there's no way I would have got into making lotions. I don't know. Would you make a lotion in a crock pot?
Sure. Why not?
Yeah, I guess
If you
not.
wanted to. I mean, it,
Yeah.
it just depends on the individual and how they want to do it, and how
Correct.
they're most comfortable.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody's
Yeah.
got to develop their own way of doing it.
Yep.
All you have to think about is 1, you need cannabis. 2, you need a carrier. 3, you need an enhancer. Figure it out.
I love my machine because I've done it beforehand. I use the crock pot, but now 2 hours from start to finish, it's done. I got my tincture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and it makes 5 cups. There is another one, but it only makes like very little. But then you guys have the green machine as well, don't you, Deb?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
How
does
does
that work?
a gallon at a time.
That does how much?
It'll do a gallon of
Solvent.
tincture at a time.
It has to require high proof alcohol
Yes. Ethyl
in order
alcohol.
to, yeah. That's what you got to use in that machine. And I get about an 80%
Mhm.
reclaim.
Yeah, I do too. And that reclaim, I use a proofing thermometer on it after I've reclaimed it the second time.
Yeah.
So I found that after the third time, split that in half and replace it with half new.
And how much do you end up if you do a full batch? What do you end up with?
Some of that depends on what you start out with too, not
Yeah.
how much dry material you use to make your tincture with.
Yeah.
So on average, you're looking at 5 grams quick wash per ounce.
Wow.
Okay, and you can get more if you're doing a FICO.
Explain what that is.
Okay, a FICO is same terms used in the magical butter machine, but a fully extracted cannabis oil. And that's where you are pulling everything out of the plant. You're pulling, and it's actually better for you if you are going to be using it medicinally, because it takes everything.
That's the new what people are calling now the new RSO. We don't call it RSO anymore. It's full plant extract.
That's what I call it, is full plant extract. That's what I've been doing for years.
Yeah. And and you really need that. And to really get the best benefit for when you make your tincture, to do that, when you make your tincture, don't use just, if possible, because not everybody has this option, but use more than one different kind of strain together. The more diverse you make your plant material when you start out with different strains, the more of the entourage effect you're going to get from everything. And you just try and cover more of your bases for your cannabinoids and your terpenes.
Now, can you explain to me what the entourage effect is? I hear it a lot.
The entourage effect is for a while there, they tried in the pharmaceutical industry to bring out synthetic and actual plant-based medicines. The pharmaceutical industry tried to bring out something called Marinol, which was one of the first pill forms. There are a few others as well.
I tried to get Marinol, actually. My doctor wouldn't give it to me. They gave me Sesamet instead, which is the synthetic version.
Right.
Marinol
That's right.
is the synthetic version. It's just two different companies.
It's
That's
developed the synthetic THC.
Nabalone.
Yeah. Nabalone is another one.
But is it not made from the plant matter?
No,
No, it's a synthesized THC molecule, and that's what they went for, was the THC molecule.
Yes.
They forgot everything else that was in that, just not everything, but almost.
Back in the 60s, when Dr. Mechoulam isolated THC, every pharmaceutical company in their bandwagon jumped on it to synthesize it, because they thought that was a medicinal ingredient. So they literally spent billions and billions of dollars trying to develop, market, test, and then market a synthetic cannabinoid.
And then CBDs came along.
In 2004, Dr. Mechoulam come out and said, oh, well, actually what we found is the more medicinal compound is CBD, which was isolated in the 1940s.
Mm-hmm.
But it was never studied because it had no psychoactive effect.
How many cannabinoids have been found so far?
I think the last count that I saw was 87.
The last count I saw was 132. That's the last one I saw.
No, that's cannabinoids. In total of cannabinoids and terpenes and flavonoids, you're up into over 130 to 150. But government claims there's 500 unknown ingredients.
Can you explain the differences, Marcel, though? That was my point. Because people, cannabis, cannabinoids, cannabinoidal, like there's so many different words.
Right. There's so many different compounds, and a lot of them are in such minuscule amounts. I mean, a lot of times with a lot of these cannabinoids that are found on the plant, you're into the low parts per million. of the amount of cannabinoids. So it's very hard to do a lot of accurate testing on those cannabinoids. The ones that you see the higher amounts, THC, CBD, CBN, CBG, then THCV, THCA, CBDV, CBDA, etc., are in larger quantities, so it's easier for isolation to do testing on those. When it comes to understanding why people get sick and we look at the endocannabinoid system, we know that your body produces cannabinoids, and if it's not producing enough, you get sick. The key idea is to add more cannabinoids. The mistake is when you're adding just THC or CBD, because we already know that those are not the cannabinoids that people are missing. They're missing some of these lesser cannabinoids, which is why you go to a whole plant extract to ensure that you're going to get those little parts per million that you wouldn't get from an isolate.
And that right there is why I have been doing my show with Marcel for the past going on 4 years, because I understood that, Marcel, where
Thank you.
listening to, no offense, Ross, listening to Ross talk about it, he gets more technical.
Well, I have to explain it, and because I explained this to a wide range of people, I've had to be able to explain it to medical professionals all the way down to police
Well,
officers.
he does that as well.
You bring it to layman's terms.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
basically I make it so that everybody can understand how this
There you
actually works.
Sorry, Ross, you're not here, but sorry anyways.
No, that's okay. If I could just go a little techie, a little bit techie for a second.
Go techie.
Cannabinoids, like they say, that there's a bunch of them, and whether you take into account flavonoids, terpenes, all of the cannabinoids, all the acids, all the precursors, and you get that entourage effect. That's based on what they call a cold process, where you don't exceed 100 degrees Fahrenheit
Yes.
when you extract your oil. If you exceed 100 degrees Fahrenheit up to 220 degrees Fahrenheit, as the temperature increases, certain cannabinoids, certain terpenes, certain acids are either lost or converted into something else. For example, CBN, the one cannabinoid that is responsible for sleep inducing. So CBN will induce sleep. CBN is called cannabinol. When you get to a certain temperature, CBN cannabinol converts to tetrahydrocannabinol. So you then lose the CBN. So you take away the sleep-inducing component of cannabis and convert it into the part that.
Yeah, I
gets
was
you
going
high.
to say that. Yeah. So you're losing the sleep, but getting the high.
So
Right.
and that's just one small example of how things can change chemically within the plant and within the medicine, and therefore you have to kind of plan out before you start out making your oil. You have to know what you're making it for.
Yeah.
Okay, it's
What-
a condition-specific formula.
I actually have probably 8 different processes that I use for making oil, and it all depends on what I'm
What
making
you
the
need
oil
to make,
for.
yeah.
Exactly.
All right. So if I want a let's say I'll call it a recreational product, something that's very high in THC, but I don't want to go to the point of distillate.
Well, yeah, I've heard a lot of criticism of distillate lately.
I'm not
I was
a
gonna
big
ask you
fan.
that.
I have distillates here, and
I was going to ask you about those.
to
Well, they're
me,
fun. They're great
they're-
for recreational, and
they're great because of the ability of adding the flavors to them.
Okay, what about an isolate?
that is a isolate. Or
It's basically the same
yeah,
thing.
a distillate, isolate, and then there's
Yep.
crystalline THC too.
The crystalline, yeah. It's like, I don't like that one because, if somebody handed me a rock in a pipe,
Yeah, you think it's crack.
Yeah.
But you know what? It really, when you start getting into those distillates and crystallines, you're really talking about a more recreational product.
yeah.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
it's more
Yeah, but people can
recreational,
still use.
and for me, it's
People
more
can,
of adding a flavor, really.
Whoever is rolling.
You know, well, you're adding a
things you-
terpene, right?
Right.
People are pulling out terpenes, but you've lost everything when you have it in the distillate, so you have to add it back in.
So the flavors that they're coming out with are amazing flavors, with some really high impact. But again, it's not a medical product. I would never tote any distillate
No.
to be a medical compound. Yeah, it would have a medical use only for quick onset of pain, maybe, or quick onset of PTSD, that type of thing.
Yep.
But it's not a medicine that somebody should be taking all the time because it's missing all of those other cannabinoids.
Right. But if you want to party,
If you want to have a good time,
that's your ticket.
You can also go overboard with that stuff. I mean, you can get yourself to the point where you feel like almost drunk. Right?
yeah, and that you tend to see more in the younger generation
Yep.
trying to do this.
Yep.
Their metabolisms are going to be different, so it's going to affect them differently. And I mean, they have kids at our school that at break they go out and do a few dabs and then go back into school and then green out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I remember those days.
And that is a valid concern, and that's one of the concerns that Monsieur Trudeau has and his government.
Yeah, but
Because
he's not doing anything to fix it.
Well, you know
Well,
what?
you
but
can't
here's my point, though, guys. Here's my point. We were greening out in fucking high school in the 70s, for fuck's
Exactly.
sakes.
Yeah.
Okay? It's
I can
nothing
honestly
that-
say I've never greened out, so I don't
I
know.
have.
Not from cannabis. No,
No.
there were other substances back in the early
Fair enough.
70s, maybe, but not
That were also fun.
cannabis.
I attended classes on just about every substance you can think about. And
I used
I
to
never
really
greened
enjoy
out.
geometry and things,
Yeah.
chemistry when we were doing that.
yeah, geography, man. You just get into looking at
Yeah.
those maps, you know. Like,
We had a great math teacher.
The what about the butters and the coconut oils?
Yes, the butters and the
comes-
coconut oils are, depending on, they will help with absorption rates with your butters, what kind of skin conditioning you might want it to do. Some people, if they find it too difficult and they want to make something for themselves, sometimes they can just add a little bit of cannabis extract to a base of their choice and do it that way. Just, the
The best thing about
Sure.
cannabis is you can always eat your mistakes.
yeah.
Yeah.
If you
Well,
put it
and
in
you-
coconut oil, it's wonderful. And if there's something else you can look for as well. If you want to make your own capsules, you can. And use something called MCT oil, medium chain
Oh, yuck.
triglyceride. And it's
Yuck.
Congratulations. Congratulations on saying that one.
But make sure you tell people not
Yeah.
to infuse hemp. Hemp oil being heated is toxic, right? So you can't.
Hemp
you
seed
cannot
oil is
infuse-
your better choice. The
Right.
problem is
Right.
working with hemp seed oil.
Right. So every compound that you can use is all different. You can use olive oil, you can use
Yeah.
coconut oil, you can use all kinds of different oils, as well as your lactose butters, right? But everything is absorbed differently for everybody. So
that's right.
there's so many
Yeah.
wide ranges, and that's when you're getting into the medical portion of it. So your edibles, right? Things that you're making, like your brownies, your candy thing, is a different totally than a cap, say, or a suppository. So you're going to get a different effect from eating, say, a brownie than you would from taking a couple caps, or as well as using a suppository. So there's so many
And-
different levels of absorption too, right?
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's right.
and-
And whatever butter you decide to infuse it into will pull
Yeah,
more.
and probably a
than
lot
the
of people when they're thinking butter, they're thinking dairy butter out of a cow, right? But you got
Well, you can.
cocoa butter.
Yeah,
Right.
but
You
you
can
can
You
also
can, you can use.
you can get food grade cocoa butter. I use a food grade cocoa butter that you could actually, because it's one of the main ingredients in chocolate.
Yep.
Yeah, it is.
You can use a food grade cocoa butter as well. and
this-
it will smell like chocolate then.
Yeah,
But you
yeah,
could
it
eat
does.
it, you know. And I, as a
Right.
matter of fact, if I was making a fondue, I think I would, rather than putting in a little bit of margarine or butter into your chocolate when you're melting it,
I would
just
never
try
put
putting a
margarine.
little bit of, put a little bit of coconut oil or cocoa butter
butter.
in there.
Anyways, folks,
Yeah.
it's been a blast, but I've got to run for about an hour or so, so I'm going to sign off and I'll check back in later.
Okay.
Okay, Marcel. Thanks for
See you,
joining
Marcel.
us
Bye, Marcel.
for this.
Yeah, it's been a
And hopefully we'll
blast.
see you soon.
Yep, we'll talk to you soon.
See you, Marcel.
Later.
Again, to levels of temperature. when you're
It's
making
raining
butters.
here, guys. I'm into the tent.
Oh, it's nice and sunny here.
It's not showing up on the
Yeah.
radar. No?
It's
That's weird.
Not
I'm
on the
looking at
weather, man. Come on, man. You're behind. You should have warned me so I could have got undercover. Well, under the barn. But no, that's
It
good.
basically, Al, if you can eat it, if you would put it inside your body, you can put it on the outside of your body.
And,
That's what I was gonna say. Was that the oils and the butters are really universal, where you can use them inside or outside of your bodies.
The cap and
Yeah.
on you too. So if you're buying caps from somebody that you might be taking internally, if you have a little bit of pain, you don't have, say, any topicals, you could actually split that cap open and rub it on your skin, and that would be effective as well.
Mm-hmm.
or you could just, suck back some from a syringe like I'm doing right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you can. You can buy tinctures and just put a couple drops under your tongue, and that's an effective
That's
pain.
and you know what? That's not to bring the mood down, but this past week we were making some oil for a little guy who unfortunately passed away the other day. But and I was given a little bit of the what was made for him, and I've just been putting it on my finger.
Yep.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. But,
So-
sending condolences to the
But
family.
anyways, I don't want to focus on that.
No.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, you can, and it depends too. Like, as Tamara knows, olive oil will affect you differently than coconut oil
Yes.
will.
Yes.
Yes.
Why
And the
is
way
that?
it's absorbed, and
Okay.
one of them goes more into the blood
Oh,
than the
wow.
other, and is absorbed faster than the other.
Is there a reason
That's
for
what,
that?
that's what I've found. Well, it
Penetration.
has to do with the fat and chains that are in them,
Okay.
and
well,
how our
I-
body
Yeah,
metabolizes
that's
them.
But
Metabolizes them.
that has a lot to do with
Right.
how medicine is absorbed into your body. Your lipoids and fat or something like that.
Lipids. Are
Lipids.
fats.
Thank you.
Lipids and fat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the lipids, but and how fast one may go into your bloodstream, because the faster it goes into your bloodstream, the quicker it's going to go through your filtration system, right? So it will go into your liver.
Well, okay. So let's take this one step further and ask the question: what is the best way to ingest cannabis, to use it, and B, is smoking cannabis the quickest method?
Yes, I would say for B.
I'd say smoking is the quickest method.
But it's
Yeah.
not the most. It's you don't.
but not the most effective.
You get the least.
Correct.
You actually get the least out of it from smoking, right?
Correct.
Right.
Its efficiency rate is very poor.
Okay.
But it just depends on what the ailment is, because
True.
if you ask Ross, for neuropathic pain, it is recommended that it be smoking, that actually works better
I've heard that.
digestion.
I've
for
heard that.
quick relief.
But when I went
For quick
to see
Yeah.
my doctor
For quick relief.
originally, and he told me, you've got neural pain from your diabetes and this and that. Why did he say originally that he did not want me to smoke? Because anybody who smokes cannabis is going to get cancer. That's what he said.
Yeah.
Because
And
he's
that's just
stigmatizing.
misinformation. Yeah, that's misinformation and propaganda.
Hey, we got another viewpoint here. We got another viewpoint.
Okay. Enter
It's
another
Yvonne again.
viewpoint.
And
All
this
right.
is my own personal experience. I don't think smoking it is necessarily good for neuropathic pain. I think ingesting it is better. I have complex regional pain syndrome, which affects the sympathetic nervous system, and I find capsules are a much better than smoking option.
Have you tried topicals?
Have you tried? Oh, he wants to know if you've tried. What was that again? Tried?
Topical.
Yes.
Have you tried topical creams?
No.
Okay, because I have mitochondrial disease, which also affects my nerves.
Yeah.
And yes, when I smoke cannabis, it does not exactly relieve my pain. It doesn't stop my pain. What I call it is
masks it.
therapy. It gets me.
Yeah.
It gets me euphoric. The euphoric feeling, which
You don't
diverts
care.
my attention
That's
to
right.
something else, so I'm not thinking about the pain.
I've always thought that, Ross. I've always told people when they say, "How does it work for your pain?"
Yeah.
It was, well, it doesn't
Right.
cure it; it masks it.
Then when it comes to topicals,
Mask, and it's more of a diversion.
Okay,
It's
right? Exactly,
Well,
it's
6 in
diversion
1,
therapy.
half
That's
dozen.
what I call it.
it's like a
Okay.
coloring book.
But
Like a
when
coloring
it comes to topicals do have a direct effect on nerve pain. When I put cream, the topical cream that Deb makes on the areas where my nerves are affected, which they feel like they're on fire, within 5 minutes, I start to get direct pain relief, up to 40% relief, which is 40% more than I got from any pharmaceutical drug I was.
I
ever
have to
provided.
say that it works that way for me too.
Yeah. She's agreeing with you.
Yeah, and it does for me too, for my osteoarthritis as well. So
So there you go.
You know, I gave
It's different ways.
I gave my I gave my mom some lube, not lube, cream. Yeah, I gave my mom some lube. I gave my mom
scared
some
for a
cream, and
I didn't catch that.
I asked her how it was, if it was helping her. She says, "Yeah, when I get a pain in my hand, I just rub it in and it goes away."
Mhm.
I was like, that's got cannabis in it, and she said, "Yeah, I know." I said, "But why won't you?" She's just been diagnosed with glaucoma. I'm like, "Mom, come on."
yeah, and with that, Al and I have a friend who has that as well, and it ingestion is a way to keep it in your system on a say as a baseline method, but it still is really, they still think that you should inhale it as well.
Yeah.
I know
Throughout the day.
Dr. Mark Ware did that. He did a study with pain, but I don't know if it was neuropathic pain. But it was his pain study they did at McGill University, and there was a benefit, but
No.
I don't know whether it was.
I mean,
what
for
kind of pain it was.
glaucoma especially, someone
Well,
who
let me-
has glaucoma, yeah.
Yeah, smoke, and she won't smoke. She smokes a joint with
Yeah,
me
glaucoma
maybe
source
once a year.
effectively help with
Now,
smoke.
let me ask you a question, okay? There's a lot of songs, a Bush Doctor, which is Peter Tosh, that flat out say it's the only cure for glaucoma. Now, this song was made in the 70s. I realize that. But is that even true? Whoever's rolling, please mute. Is that true, Deborah? I mean, is it really one of the only cures for glaucoma? Or is that a myth?
To be honest with you, I don't know. It's one of the most effective treatments they've found for slowing down
The progression.
process. Yeah.
It was the first ailment that was confirmed to respond to cannabis treatment.
Okay, well, I'm
And
gonna
that was
pipe
back in the
there.
70s.
But some people say that it actually reverses that in that case.
I'm going to pipe in here. My grandmother was diagnosed with glaucoma, like my dad's mother, many years ago. I've been smoking cannabis pretty much since 1989. I have to get my eyes tested every 6 months to a year for glaucoma. I have absolutely no signs of glaucoma, and it's a genetic thing in my family. So at my age right now, my grandmother had already previously been diagnosed. She never smoked cannabis in her life. I'm hoping that the consumption that I do is going to be preventative enough so that I don't end up with glaucoma or the retinal eye disease that runs in my family.
I know
So-
that I know that I'm controlling mine for my diabetes with the little amounts that I do get. So
right, and
you
that's where I'm at with it. And like I
Yeah.
said, because it's genetic in my family and it's running on both sides. My mother's side is the retinal degeneration. My
Yep.
dad's side is the glaucoma. And
Yep.
because I've worn glasses since I was quite young, right? I wear contact lenses and glasses, so I have to have that checked every time I go in. And so far, like I said, my grandmother was diagnosed quite early. Like I think she was in her early 40s when she was first diagnosed with it, and I have none. Now, as my mother, who has also never smoked cannabis in her life, has had cataract surgeries, has had multiple like issues with her eyes. So I'm just kind of putting that out there. I'm not saying that I'm,
What
not going to get
what
it, but
would
I'm hoping.
what would be okay? Let me ask all of you this, or one of you, whoever, saying to my mom, "Try this." What would be the most effective use of cannabis for somebody in their 70s who's just developed cataracts or glaucoma?
I'd say a vape pen, but I don't know. She's not a
Really?
non-smoker.
Yeah.
I
Well,
would say a
that or-
vape pen.
Or
Is
tincture.
is that because
Tincture.
it's a constant thing? The pressure is that it would relieve the pressure?
I
Yeah.
think so.
Yep.
And it's that will do it quicker because it's a dilator. When you inhale it, it becomes a bronchial dilator, therefore it gets to the blood vessels quicker, and the mouth is the closest thing to the optic nerve, the mouth and nasal passages.
So would one of those newfangled inhaler thingies work for somebody with glaucoma?
I would say straight. I don't know about the oil. Like I have a problem with the oil portion, especially for somebody that's first starting.
Yeah.
You might want to try them on a little flour first, and something very like low dosage, because she's a non-consumer, right? You don't
Yeah,
want to have her.
And she doesn't
Right.
want the psychotropic thing. She just wants the relief.
Right.
That's it.
So you want high CBD oil,
yeah.
or something along those lines, or a high CBD sativa,
No,
right?
she doesn't like
And
the way she doesn't like the way the CBD makes her feel.
Oh,
the CBD or the THC?
Yeah, both.
Because the CBD
No.
should give her.
Both.
She
CBD
doesn't.
should give you no high.
Okay.
Though, really.
No. Okay. Let's sidetrack that for 1 sec, okay? Because I know for a fact, being a huge fan of CBDs, because I suffer from mental health issues, I have ADHD, and a high THC will put me into a real foul mood. Okay, where a high CBD might make me a little jittery because I'm thinking too much and I'm thinking too clear. Okay. So, I mean, I know for fact that a CBD calms me. It makes me nice. It makes me think. But if I have too much of it, just like the THC, it's going to affect me badly. So I find that a 1-to-1, a hybrid, or a one. Marcel and I were talking about a 1-to-3 at one point, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Okay. Yeah.
So, like, but everybody says you don't get high. You don't get high. No, you don't get psychotropically high.
No,
you
but
get
you still
a
feel
feeling of euphoria because you're feeling good. So is that not a type of relief, or it's not a high? So why would they call it a high in the THC thing when it's really just the relief you're getting? Because it's recreational as well.
Right. And I don't get a lot of the CBDs myself personally. I like the higher THC levels. It seems to divert my pain a lot better. So, I mean, it's all, I think, again, it's all.
Okay, but then again, you're talking about pain, Tamara, and you mentioned THC.
Yes.
But THC is not the thing that makes the pain go away. It's the CBDs.
I agree. I agree with that 100%. But like I said, some of us like that little bit of diversion.
Okay, and that's my point. Most people that I know, patient or not, enjoy the buzz. I enjoy the buzz. I can sit here and medicate. I have no cannabis at all, other than concentrates right now. Okay, so I can sit here and medicate all day long, but I'm craving that buzz because I'm not smoking.
Yeah,
right?
Some
And-
people say that if you're not getting that buzz, then it doesn't work.
That's my point. This is a shitty strain.
Crack,
Not true.
crack.
Not true.
There's no
you know-
shitty strain as far as I'm concerned.
When it comes to
There's
my
shitty
pain,
growers. There's shitty growers, but there's no shitty strain.
not in my store. You
Oh,
know what?
hang on. I just want to see if I can get somebody and ask a question or two. We got to talk to the other body casting person, so I thought I'd just ask a quick question. How was your
Okay.
first body cast?
It was awesome.
There you go. It was awesome. No pain.
Absolutely no pain.
It's very
Was it
therapeutic.
cold?
It's very
a bit hard on
therapeutic.
the
I
lower
hear.
back because you're gotta stand there with your arms up over your head and against the ladder for all to see, and and
I-
you gotta be comfortable enough to just be there and wait it out until it's dry enough to pull it off.
Well, you're already there anyways.
There you go. Thank you very much. All right, there you go.
There,
You've got to
Al,
talk to both body casters. Okay.
you should ask them how are they going to display their body cast art when they get it home.
She's gonna leave it here and put it up on the wall
The wall that we
with
showed.
the other stuff. Al, I sent you that picture.
Yeah, I posted it.
Where'd
You
you post?
posted it. Okay.
I tagged you guys in it and everything.
Oh, did you?
Let's see.
Man,
Mine's on my wall.
All right,
I'm
you're
going
not,
there as
you're
fast
not
as I
in
can.
it. You're not in the picture, okay? Whoa. So there you go.
There have been
Okay.
no nudie pictures taken or otherwise shared. Don't worry.
All I
I
can
thought
say
you-
about that is, too bad, so sad.
There you go.
But aren't the body casts done on naked bodies?
You know that, and
Ye-
that's funny. You know, you could put up a body cast on Facebook and nobody would say anything. But if you put the boobs that were in the body cast on Facebook, you're going to get yourself banned.
Oh,
I think that's
they are.
ridiculous.
Are they? I don't see.
Where what? Your boobs? They're on your front.
No.
of your chest?
I can see
don't
them.
see it
I can see them.
online.
They're on the stage.
I'm going to add it to my timeline.
Wait, Al, you can see the
Yeah.
boobs or you can see the people.
Oh, I can see both.
No, I don't see them. They're not on my wall.
No.
I'll send you a
No.
link to the post.
Oh, here, I'll tag you in it, Deb.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are the ones that are on display.
So-
That's only there's three sections of them, and that was, I think, two of them.
So we've talked about
A lot of
tinctures and
butts.
lotions and all kinds of other things.
Yes.
We didn't
Now-
really. One thing that we haven't really touched base on, Al, is suppositories and vaporizing.
Correct. Exactly. And I'd like to touch on them. And actually, right now, I just turned my vaporizer on, and I got a Volcano here, and it's filling up the bag. So anybody who's medically needing some cannabis, they got the vaporizer going.
I could use some.
All right, I'll pass it through the mic. But we got another body caster going on, so we'll have another guy to go over and visit.
So we've talked about the machines. We've talked and how to
Yes.
make the stuff. We've talked about the stuff that you can make: capsules, tinctures, topicals, hand lotions, salves, creams, blah 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 blah.
Blah, blah, blah.
But
Blah, blah.
the big thing right now, and we should have talked about this before Marcel left, is the big thing that's coming around now, or pushing up the end, is suppositories.
Suppositories,
Yeah.
correct.
I actually
They
have some
They're
here
very
that Cedar makes actually.
I have some of Marcel's here, actually.
Yeah, and they're called Yanicare, and I'm finding that some people are finding it quite effective for menstrual cramps, other ladies' issues. That's what these ones are basically for.
Yep.
I know there's other kinds of suppositories that are Yanicare, Buchanan, right? So those are quite effective. But like I said, there's also other ones that you can get through other producers and stuff that are used for prostate cancers, different types of
there's some in there.
internal issues. And that's
I have-
you can find it quite effective too.
I have tried Marcel's 100 milligram suppositories, and overall, the overall relief is amazing. Although the centralized pain is still there, there's an overall relief.
Does anybody know what it would have to be in milligrams absorbed daily that way to help combat liver cancer and lung
Oh
cancer?
God,
I
no.
would probably say
Marcel
it's
would
crazy.
know.
I know. I'll have to ask Marcel when he comes back.
Well, they're saying
Pardon
a gram per day, right? Like they want you to use it on a gram per day RSO. So if you're effectively taking that, gram per day, no matter how you're, ingesting, like it's going into a suppository, right? So you might have to use like 4 suppositories a day, kind of thing, over the period of the day to get that gram into you or more.
That's right. And because with that, you would definitely want it to be able to be metabolized through the liver at that point, so you would feel it.
Can we back up? Can we back up one
Right.
second?
Yeah.
And explain to people who are listening why suppositories are so popular now and why so many people are exploring those options. I mean, it's not something that is all that easy to do, first of all. Because you need to get that little thing there up as far past the wall. What is there's a point that you have to get it past, right?
Well, yeah,
Depending on
and
which end you're using.
right.
Like because of factually, it's a little different.
I don't have one of those, so I'm talking rectally.
That's what I'm saying. Rectally,
Yeah.
it's definitely you have to get it past that point. But I think it's the most effective because you're not feeling the high. I think that's the main thing that people are saying, they don't feel the high. But it's also absorbed into that.
You know what?
Towards the liver quicker, right?
I have heard. Well, it bypasses the liver, doesn't it? Isn't that what it is?
Exactly. Yeah, it bypasses. Sorry.
Yeah.
Bypasses the liver and gets
See,
effectively into the bloodstream.
I've seen many comments that are following suppository posts that say you don't get the psychotropical effect, and I have seen many people say that have used them say bullshit.
Well, it
That's
depends
true.
on. Yeah, and it depends on how far they are inserted into the colon,
Okay.
as to whether or not they're going to hit that main vein that carries it through the liver. It's going to just be absorbed by all the capillaries and small blood vessels in the colon.
Okay, so and that's pretty far up. Okay.
Yeah, it's past your middle knuckle.
Yeah. So it's about a full finger up there, right?
Go
Yeah.
You only have to go to the middle knuckle, but if you want to go full finger, I'll go full finger.
No, my
Yeah.
Thanks, Ross. Thanks for your permission, Ross.
I just thought I'd play.
My point is, I thought you were going on errand.
I'm back now. You're stuck with me.
My point was, and on a serious note, a friend of mine's uncle, we're trying to get him some oil and that, and everybody was telling me, use suppositories. Well, there are some people that would flat out fucking, doesn't matter if they're dying or not, would refuse to stick something up their ass. I'm sorry. And that is most people, unfortunately. But I mean, like I said,
you want me to do a survey?
The overall pain relief that you receive from a suppository is second to none.
Unless you suffer from colitis.
Okay, I just got a request.
To stop talking about suppositories?
No, we need some.
You need some.
They're requesting some. Yeah, we got a guy on the table here. They're doing another body cast. Jeez, I got a friggin' deer fly attacking me or something here. Yeah, gotta watch the protection zone. Right?
Close your legs, Al. Don't bend over.
No, bend over.
Flies are worse than dogs, man.
Especially ones that bite.
How would you know that?
Horsefly, whatever fly.
Fuck off
a shoe fly.
Shoe fly. Too bad I don't have shoes on.
So,
so
go on.
Back to the suppositories.
Yes, back. Yep. It's a real anal conversation.
Okay, we're going knuckle deep with them.
Al's going full finger.
No, I'm not. But my whole point was the whole thing is, there are little gadgets that you can get. I know that the tool that comes in a monostat for his female things can be used. But you can buy the tools, I think, at the drugstore, can you not?
I would think so. I would think so. The applicator.
The applicator.
I just use 2 popsicle sticks.
Too much information.
Now, you know,
Okay, hold on now. Hold on. I have to ask this. What flavor, Ross?
Cherry. Of course, it's cherry.
You know, in like I said, I'm trying to be serious here. Suppositories are really something. If you're going to use them right, you really need some help with them.
You do.
Yeah, you know, there are people who can't consume it other ways. So
it
some
is
people
really
have some people have feeding tubes.
It's a participation sport, unfortunately. So suppositories are. Yeah.
You know what really kills me is people who have serious illnesses like certain types of cancer, and they've been given 6 months to live, and then you say, "Hey, just take this oil and shove it up your ass," and they're like, "I'm not shoving anything up my ass. I'm not going to put that up my butt."
And you know what, bud?
Buddy, you're going to die.
That was my point. That was totally my point.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't get that.
I just heard a mom.
I'm going over right back.
No, that's right. And the thing is, what you can say back to somebody is look, much bigger things come out of there every day than what you're putting back up there. So, don't be afraid. It's not going to hurt. You're not even going to know.
But it's the flow direction.
Yeah, you're going against the grain. We know that.
My brown zone is for unloading only.
No, but there's huge benefits about them for sure.
I guess now I'd have to say my brown zone's for unloading only and the occasional finger.
And that's for suppositories,
only,
right?
That's
not
there is no other reason other than a doctor that I'm going up there, just so everybody knows.
Okay.
Well, but it is a valuable way to actually combat certain types of ailments where you're getting it directly to the organ or the part of the body that needs it most.
I have prostate issues, and that's one of the reasons why I've been playing with them.
Yeah.
Yep.
And there's no euphoric effect from them.
Well, and again,
unless you push it in too far.
That's what I was. Again, we were just talking about that, Al, and I've had people to say flat out bullshit on that one because like Debbie was just explaining to us, if you put it over that spot where your blood vessel is, it's going to absorb and go into your liver. If you put it just a little bit lower or a little bit higher, it's not going to. You're not going to get that. And if you don't know that, okay, then yes, you're going to get stoned from something up your butt.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yep.
Let's see. We can after 15 years, you can learn new things.
Yeah, the blood vessels in your lower rectum go directly to your system-wide blood system, your post-liver blood. Whereas if you push it beyond that barrier, it goes to the liver and it's metabolized there and sent to your brain.
There you go. Yeah. So you do get it now. So I mean, that's a good thing that we brought this up, because I don't know how many times a week that I see that. Like I said, the big thing now, especially for children, is suppositories. Okay, because they can go off to school and they still get their medicine, or they could be in the hospital and get their medicine. But you have to know what you're doing and where you're going. Where you're going.
Yes. And it depends on what your ailment is.
Yeah.
That's right. And in some cases, I would assume that in some cases, and some people would want that little extra zip, so they go up a little bit higher.
Mm-hmm.
But if they've got a condition that benefits more from a lower rectum,
Then you just yep.
then you're bypassing your relief and going for the high. Whereas
right.
people that have, say, like a brain cancer
That's
or
right.
liver cancer,
Yep.
you need to get it up in there into the liver blood, because then it goes directly to the place where the cancer is.
Yeah. And I would assume that and again, not to be funny, I would assume that a suppository right up the pooper, all the way as far as you can go, will get rid of a migraine real quick.
Yeah.
If you got a really, really long finger, it'll go all the way up into your sinuses.
Well, hence the applicators. Now, I when Kelly was trying to figure out the best way to medicate little Alexander, okay, well, his parents, anyways, they found a tool that is more for putting, preparation H or something in your butt, where it comes out the sides of it.
Mhm.
Would that is that even useful for medicating that way?
Not really,
I think it
because
well, can I just say that
It would really just it would just fill up the colon, wouldn't it?
I've seen products, a special syringe that's being marketed.
That's what I'm
for inserting cannabis infused
and
creams
it's got
or products
slots on the
into your
sides of
rectum.
it. Yeah,
It does. It
What I was
has the
talking
holes
about.
on the side, like Preparation H tube has,
Mhm.
and it goes to the right, just the right distance, and then you push down on the syringe, and it pushes out the cream. So it does the same thing, it just without the capsule.
Okay.
just depends on how much is actually left in the applicator.
That is an issue.
And then there's also here's another messy question: are there any tips that you can give to people who? I mean, the first time I did it, there was lots of leakage.
Yeah.
I know the first time that a friend of mine tried to medicate herself via her vagina, she was wet 10 minutes after. Like, I mean, and I don't mean wet. I mean, like, it just came out.
Right.
Is it without using a cork? How is there like, there must be some point that you go up an inch or two where it will stay and not come back?
No.
No. Okay.
No. And that's the thing too, is they actually suggest that you lay on your side for up to 15 minutes. I found that wasn't so great either. What
Okay.
I've also been told is that if you're menstruating while you're doing this, of course, if you're using a tampon, it's a lot more effective. So there's also tampons that you can actually get. I'm not sure if they're available in Canada, but I know I've seen them online in the United States, where you can use a tampon that's been soaked in, cannabinoids and everything, and then use that. So I think effectively, if you're going to be doing that way, even if you're not menstruating, maybe a tampon would be, some success of that.
Would there be can you regulate that though, or was it just a straight burst of whatever you get?
It melts because it's like there's some sort of coconut butter used, right?
Yeah.
So it's like when your body heats, it's melting, right?
Yeah.
So
Okay.
it goes in fairly solid, but then of course as your body warms it, it's going to melt.
Yeah,
Why
it doesn't
get that
stay solid very
liquid,
often.
right?
It doesn't stay solid very long.
Oh no,
that's for sure.
no, it absolutely doesn't. So that's why they say, lay on your side for 15 minutes. But again, I found that after that 15 minutes, you still are leaking because your body's not able to absorb that much liquid, no matter where you're going to put it in that short of time, right? Because you have to remember, it's still going to come into a liquid form because it starts as a liquid, right?
Yeah, but if you have it up there for a longer period of time, it's going to absorb, right? Like, for instance, I was told put them into the freezer just before. But then I just learned.
No.
Hold on, let me finish.
Oh my God.
Then, listen to me for a minute.
That's cold, dude. That's cold.
I learned from Captain Dave that if you put it into the freezer, it changes the molecular structure.
Right.
So you don't want to do that. So just the fridge, correct?
I don't see how the freezer changes the molecular structure.
Okay. That's why I'm asking, is that correct or not correct?
I don't believe it is. No.
Okay.
A heat will convert the molecular structure, the chemical structure, if that's what you're talking about.
But not cold.
But not cold. Cold would actually preserve it.
Okay. So whoever told me that, I don't remember who told me that. But Whoever told me that was thinking the other way.
I mean, if you were going to use them vaginally for anything, if you elevated your hips for 10 minutes so that
No,
it
they're
wasn't
in,
running forward as well,
They're in a package.
that it's running back into your body, it can help it to absorb a little bit faster too.
Does it depend on the types of oils you use? Like, are some oils more likely to become liquid under a lower heat, say, and be more runny than other oils,
Well,
like carrier oils?
Well, it's
Depends on your carrier, yeah.
yeah.
Go ahead, Ben. Go ahead.
That's right. And I mean, if you're using something internally, you just have to be a little more careful what you're using as your carrier. That's why coconut oil is used so much, because it's benign. It can be ingested anyway, right? Where there's some oils like that you would not want to ingest in the quantity that we need, say, a castor oil. It's really good for skin absorption or something, but to ingest it, whereas coconut oil is fairly benign and has a lower melting temperature,
Okay.
But
but
could
it
you
will
add
remain
something?
solid at room temperature.
Could you add something like shea butter or something like that? Would that be acceptable to make it so it wasn't
I'm
so
not so
melting?
sure I would use that internally.
Actually, yeah, internally, I don't think shea butter is something you'd want to. Like, I think coconut.
What is
coconut
shea
is
butter?
probably the
No.
safest. It's just
What
a
is shea
different,
butter from?
It's
A
a little
nut.
more perfumey. Yeah,
Oh,
like,
okay.
and it's a little more terpene, like, so it's a little got more scent and more kind of like burny, like, you know what I mean. You wouldn't want to be putting something with that much terpene, I guess, is what you call it. In your
Yeah.
body, right?
Right. So
Yeah,
not for
yeah,
sensitive
yeah.
areas.
Right.
So
Absolutely.
would-
You wouldn't want to be adding cinnamon to it, right? But
Right.
Oh God, that would hurt.
And
You would think, yeah.
Cinnamon.
It's your essential oils, right? Yeah. Like
That,
you don't-
I'd,
if you're
I'd
using
be out
turmeric and different-
howling all night long if somebody.
But again, like I said, there's
You do
different
that
essential oils and stuff that are added to these things. Like, but you have to be very careful when you're adding your essentials or any of your spice or herbs to your cannabis. They're not sensitive
You know,
to the soft tissues, right?
Frankincense is one that I hear a lot about lately, and that scares the hell out of me because even I know that too much frankincense can kill you.
Right, and arnica too, which is another one as
Yeah.
well. That when you're using arnica in a topical, you can't use arnica in like anything that's got an open wound or anything. In long-term use,
No.
arnica can be toxic as well.
No.
Right? So you have to be very careful with what essentials that you do add to your cannabis to make sure that you're not causing toxins. As well, like I said, with hemp, oil, you can't heat certain things. So you have to be careful with what your medium is that you're using to make sure that you're being safe with food. Period. You know what
That's
I mean?
right. And if you're somebody who has a problem, say, with circulation or heart, you may not want to use clary sage as an essential oil in abundance either, because it's something that can actually affect your heart rate.
Right. And frankincense is something you really don't want to use on a regular basis either. Turmeric is something else that's they're finding that you can use, but a long term of turmeric too will cause cloggage. So you don't want to use a lot of anything in any of it.
Right.
Like, you're basically safe to be using your RSOs and your coconut oils with nothing else adding, because then you're not enhancing the cannabis by adding any of the frankincense or the turmeric or anything really to it. All you're doing is enhancing those specific things that can be added to your body, right? So in reality, adding those essentials it doesn't enhance the effect of the cannabis in that capsule, as far as I'm concerned.
No, you're right. And a lot of people have been using turmeric and other things, gingers as well, for an anti-inflammatory to add or to even to ingest. Just be careful where you're getting these from, because turmeric is a root crop, and if it's coming from India or China, a lot of the countries still allow heavy metals to be applied to the fields. So you're getting that. So just be aware where your spices and things like that are coming from.
Right, absolutely.
Good advice.
How's the body
Get here.
casting going?
Body casting. Okay, well we got a guy here laying down. He's drying.
He's
So I'm
trying.
gonna see if you'll answer a question. You answer a question. Is it shrinking? The cast, that is.
No, I had a twitch actually.
Does it get itchy under there?
Extra wrinkle.
No,
No. Are you expecting to have less?
I'm really looking forward to the wash down.
Will you see the guy who does it?
The wash down.
The washdown guy. Yeah, big hairy dude.
Hector, you needed help wash.
Yeah, there's the water. Where's the water boy? Hector.
Yeah, we got. So he's. I don't know. He probably hasn't got too much longer.
He's in the bus burning himself.
He may be over there. I can't. Yes, he is. He is in the Hungry Hut.
There you go. In the Hungry Hut making a cheeseburger.
Well, I should go over and visit him because I think I gotta see something.
He's got turkey over there for you.
Yeah, how's this
Well,
turkey
that's
coming?
I was gonna go see that. So hopefully we don't get disconnected or I fall off the Wi-Fi.
Don't forget you are what you eat, Al.
Oh, you're looking for some food? Okay. I guess he doesn't feed a vine. Okay, so good. All right. I can hear myself from the barn all the way over here to the Hungry Hut. We got Chef Hector here. How's it going?
Pretty good.
Oh, you guys still there?
Yep.
Okay, good. Good. I think I can hear myself again. She says it's going good in here. So what's going on with these birds, man? We're gonna go check them out. Feel like I'm on the Food Channel. Here we go. Here we go. Oh,
Bam.
You got to see these. I'll have to take a picture.
What are they? Turkey feet?
No cameras.
I love turkey feet. Not a lot of meat on them, but turkey feet are great.
Turkeys in the, and this is what's this? Smoker. This is a smoker. Big
Smoker. Actually, this has a lot of history. This smoker, it was actually built in the Ponderosa Nature's Resort about in the late 70s, and it went from there to the Four Seasons Family Park, Nature's Park, up in where we're from, Yvonne and I, and from there it came to here. So it's been in the naturist ranches and resorts for a while now.
Yeah, since the 70s. So you're looking at what, 40 some odd years, eh?
It's the smoker of the naked people.
And supposedly the person that made this did it nude.
Yeah, Al says it's a smoker of the naked people.
The stories it could tell.
I can't hear him right now.
No, I can't hear him.
He can't hear you. He hasn't got his head. He hasn't got headphones.
Yeah.
Oh, good. So we can say
Right.
anything we want.
So how long is this bird? How long is these birds gonna? Yeah. How long are these birds gonna cook in here?
6 hours.
6 hours. Oh, which one's the medicated one?
I
Oh,
forgot.
what is the smile on his face?
I'm not sure. Here, try it.
There you go. So yeah, there's Hector cooking away in the Hungry Hut. Got the birds going. He's got to get back in there and keep the food going.
So,
Looking good, Hector.
Al, I'm looking at your
Yeah, man.
schedule here, and if we were on time, we'd be at the musical, commercial, and lunch break. Is that what you like to do now, or would you like to keep going?
Okay, it's what time? No, it's 2:15, eh?
2:15.
Do we want to take? Yeah, we'll go for a break now and then come back and talk a little bit of history. Or we'll do interviews if I can get anybody to talk to me.
All right. Well, I'll throw three. You guys keep talking for a few minutes, and I'll throw some songs in here, and we'll go for a break, and then come back.
Okay. All right. Sounds good to me.
Maybe
Yeah, that
I'll
was
change-
cool.
Maybe I'll change a light switch while we're gone.
Oh yeah. Oh wow.
So Al, how many shirts did you guys tie dye? Have you tie dyed?
I didn't tie dye any today. I don't know how many were done in total because people have taken them. So I don't know how many are done, but we're gonna have that tie dye fashion show, and we're gonna pick ourselves a winner.
So what do you do? Do you come over and make a donation and get a shirt and then learn how to tie dye it?
Sort of like that.
Okay.
It's yeah. You have, if you want to get body casting, it costs you X amount of money. If you want to be involved in tie dyeing, it can cost you X amount of money. Yeah. And there was a band last night. Very good band. Unfortunately, this guy was out before it started. But from what all reports are, is they had a really good time. Everybody was up dancing away.
Well, good.
Yesterday was a busy day for me, so I ended up down early.
Yeah.
I know you were
had
up early.
Yeah, well, I was up early. I thought, well, okay, I better get up there and get set up. So I was up here. I don't know, 7 o'clock, I guess, somewhere there.
I was going to say I got my
get
first
the table all set up.
I got my first message from you at like 7:20 or something.
Yeah. Yeah, it was. I was up early. I thought, well, I gotta get going. And, when you're laying, I was down by 7. But that's life of the it's life. So I gotta just
Early bird gets the worm, right?
Yeah, I got up, got the worm.
And watch out for those early birds,
man. I was aiming for that 9 o'clock start.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, hey, we were
It
close.
didn't work, Al. It didn't work. And it was all Ross's fault.
So it was actually a time zone thing. See,
It was all Ross's fault. It was all Ross's fault.
It usually is. Every Friday night, it's my fault.
Okay, well, let's. I even got some naturism news.
Ooh.
Okay, we can do that when we come back.
Yeah, we'll do that when we come back before we go to the history of cannabis.
The history. Hold on, I got to do this right.
So Al,
the history of cannabis.
Yeah, naturism. I don't know about that one though.
Are you allowed to ask people how it's hanging? Hey, how's it hanging?
Sure.
Whether they answer or not, that's another question.
Like, I mean, you can tell right away how it's hanging, right? But you can ask anyway.
Okay. Well,
sorry, couldn't resist.
No problem. Yeah, no.
Frivolity.
I see. Right now, I can see 1, 2. I see.
What do you see?
I'm just looking to see if some people.
What are you counting, Al?
People who will talk to me when we come back. Once we get going to interview stage of things. Just looking around.
We're not sure what you're counting. So when you start, counting stuff, our imaginations go crazy. At least mine. Okay, it's me.
Dead air.
No, yeah.
I've said all the stupid stuff I can think of.
I was planning. I was arranging an interview for you. After our talk of history.
Yeah.
Al promised music and a break.
I know he did.
Where did he go? I guess he's the only one taking the break, right?
I'm taking a break.
Taking a break, and we're all trying to make small talk.
I'm listening to music, and you're not taking a break.
Yeah.
We're not getting that.
Just as we thought.
I have some Royal Kush.
Well, we didn't
band
talk about
loaded.
vaporizing.
No, we can do that when we come back. I got some Royal Kush band loaded. I got 3 songs from their new EP, and then we'll be back. This is the 420 Roadshow live from the Freedom Festival in some town in Ontario.
Tamworth, Tamworth, Ontario, north of Napanee, Ontario.
There you go.
What is a Tamworth? Anyway?
What is a Tamworth?
What is a Tamworth? I don't know, $1.25.
Yeah.
All right. We'll be. That's just. I'm done. We'll be back.
That's without a tassel.
We'll
So what are you doing? Nothing. Nothing? Why not? Trying to get on this Lifestyle Radio website. Sounds like a cool website. Yeah, it's alright. Oh, I might have it. You might have it.
You're listening to Lifestyle Radio.
The opinions expressed during this show are those of the individual participants and do not necessarily reflect the opinions of their associated organizations or Lifestyle Radio.
You like music, you like weed, well, we gonna be good friends indeed. This is how much I like more than smoking trees. They'll make you dance the do-si-do and teach you how the chiba grows. Smoke a bowl on the 420 radio show. On Lifestyle Radio.
I'm feeling really good and very...
You like music, you like weed, well, we gonna be good friends indeed. This is how much I like more than smoking trees. They'll make you dance the do-si-do and teach you how the chiba grows. Smoke a bowl on the 420 radio show. On Lifestyle Radio.
I'm feeling really good and very strong and very happy that I am now almost free of seizures and 48 for 48 days. So I feel so much stronger and better and much more better than I ever felt before in my whole entire life. This is like the best day ever. This is like a dream come true.
Tune in to the 420 radio show. Fridays at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. With Marcel, Lori, and Al, along with their guests, Tunes, 420 Seconds of News with Chris Backer, and weekly grow tips from Ross Middleton of BMA Hydroponics. Pull up your couch, grab a coffee, light up and join us right here on lifestyleradio.ca.
So what are you doing? Nothing. Nothing? Why not? Trying to get on this Lifestyle Radio website. Sounds like a cool website. Yeah, it's alright. Oh, I might have it. You might have it.
You're listening to Lifestyle Radio.
Sweat on my brow, I'm down on one knee. Another day in the life of a seed. Humming my song while I'm planting these trees. Damn, don't you love the smell of weed? Won't find me kicking up my feet in some royal palace. I spend my day trying to pull my weight, live and die by the callous. I got that hard drive, a 9 lives, baptized in the highest of highs. Rolling these bushes, renders, oils, and hatches. Roll it up quick, it gets cinder and ashes. Butts in the front, and nugs in the back. The water's in the jug, and there's lunch in my pack. My motivation's motivating me, cause it's 110 degrees. Roots go down and the sun comes up. Then comes the knowledge and experience. Ganja farmer, keep your head down. The harvest isn't here yet. Fix the soil, I pray for the rain. I hope those thieves don't come back again. Gonna show you the ways of brown dirt. Throw up your hands and let me hear ya.
It's that time of year, soil's ready to go. I'm ready to grow, some plants line them row by row. It's a clean slate, legislative gate. While they pass laws, I pass vegetative state. So I keep my ears open for the cops flying. Kush poachers might get popped for trying. They need to respect the trade. Shovel full of dirt and I reset the spade. Buds fattened up nice, it's the advanced nutrients. Smelling ripe like the plant is a doobie, but its harvest isn't here yet. So don't crack no beer yet. The trichome's still clear, yes, but this kush gon' be serious. Let us show you the ways around dirt. Throw up your hands and let us hear ya.
Roots go down and the sun comes up. Then comes the knowledge and experience. Ganja farmer, keep your head down. The harvest isn't here yet. Fix the soil, pray for the rain. I hope those thieves don't come back again. Gonna show you the ways of brown dirt. Throw up your hands and let me hear ya. time. I had a 20-ounce steak and a box of wine. Well, it could have been the hot box that we had in the car. I didn't even think I was hungry, but I ate a bag of chips in the dark. Eat what I find, bad munchies. Food on my mind, fried chicken.
When the bowl is gonzo, I'ma have a ponzo. Wake and bake, in the morning like Alonzo. Me and Mary Jane are Lone Ranger and Tonto. She comes to my rescue when she's holding a taco. After a blaze, White Widow and Warlock. I'm too dead to drive and I'm stuck like a doorstop. I'm out in the yard, barbecuing a pork chop. I'm so parched and I'm dying for more pop. Storm chips and warm hits. From the bonger nail, it's getting me tore quick. Won't be long before I'm hitting the store. It's what I do before smoking, eating some more shit. Call Bud Buddy for new green, that's the routine. Ask what I need, my bud it is blue dream. My blood it ain't too clean, now running for poutine. The weed in my bag is the only weight that I'm losing.
Eat what I find, bad munchies. Food on my mind, fried chicken.
You're listening to Lifestyle Radio. Lifestyle Radio.
You heard him. You heard him. Yes, you are. Uh-oh. Yes, you are. Hello, guys.
Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello.
Hello.
Hi there.
Hello. And we are back.
Hi there.
As the mic muting buttons go on.
Yeah. So,
Correct.
we're back, and
we're hanging out with Al and the Naked People.
Yes, we're here at Freedom Fields Nature's Ranch, north of Napanee. We're in Tamworth, Ontario.
Ontario.
We're about to get a storm, and my shelter may just blow away.
Okay, before you blow away, Al, and visit Dorothy, would you please tell folks the website where they can go and get information about the ranch and a phone number where they can call?
Okay, well, I can give you the website anyways. It's freedomfieldsnatureranch.com. You can go there. They got an event page, information that you can get, the types of services and things that are offered here, as well as they have a forum.
Okay, cool. Now, my other question for you, my friend, is you were mentioned that the decasting was not going so well.
No, it didn't go so well, but it was accomplished.
It was accomplished.
It was accomplished. Yeah, there was a few faces, I believe. There was, yeah. It's done.
Yeah, so is the conversation.
It sure is. All right. What are you walking by here with? Food.
Quesadillas. Are they chicken quesadillas?
Into the barn. Meatball.
Ooh.
Yes.
Where's your turkey?
Turkey's in the smoker
For dinner.
That's for dinner.
Ah.
I'm saying, I don't know what else we're having with it, but I know we're having turkey. All right, let's see. During some of our shows, we usually have a little bit of news. So today I grabbed a few natures of news articles.
A few natures of news.
Correct. Yes. Some Canadian stuff here. We had some runners expose all at the 21st Wreck Beach Bear Buns. It's a race. Let's see. They're on Wreck Beach over in Vancouver, and it was the 21st annual one. Attracted as many as 100 runners. And Pacific Spirit Regional Park. I guess it's near the University of British Columbia. Now, all the runners received a T-shirt with at registration, and they say Wreck Beach is the largest naturist beach in North America.
Do they still have the beach on the island, on the Toronto Island? Is that still there?
Hanlon Beach, yeah, it's still there.
Yeah, really? I didn't know. I used to go there as a kid.
Well, really, eh? Never been there before. I've been to Center Island.
It's the whole idea of going to a public place where one whole beach is segregated for nudie people. I mean, I know for a fact that they've had a lot of pervert issues down there and stuff like that because it's public, right? And that's the downfall of the whole community is you get those perverts that ruin it for the non-perverts.
Ruin it for everybody, eh? Yeah, talking about parks and being, whoa, hang on there, wind. Ooh. We got some wind picked up. I may have to take a break so I can tear it strap down here.
So it's hitting you now, is it, Al?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I got the radar going, updating every 10 minutes. So, like I say, it's spotty, but it looks like it's building. So hopefully it won't get too bad.
Okay. Hopefully.
You know me,
All right,
Mr. Weather Reporter.
Mr. Weather, that's right. You are.
This has been a Lifestyle Radio Weather Report by Ross Middleton.
A live weather report.
Anyways.
Okay, well, a group of nudists have stepped up demands to have a sunbathe park in London. It's like London, UK. They're threatening legal action because they want a section where they can strip off.
Oh,
and they say that.
Wow.
It's getting there.
I wonder, like, we had had some sort of court challenge that allowed women to go topless and stuff. Do you think there's been something like that in Britain where they have the right to be nude?
Maybe, it could be. But it looks like there's a naturist action group that says that there are misguided misconceptions and prejudices if you choose to bear all. And they say it could be charged for harassment, alarm, and distress.
Alarm and distress.
Distress. Yeah.
Alarm and distress, especially if they're using cannabis at the same time.
You know what? I gotta say, guys, I have to just say that when seeing breasts on a female body, it doesn't matter what size they are. I've never been distressed.
Yeah, distress is the last thing on your mind, right?
No, it's more like, ooh, look at those.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Deb. I didn't think you were still there.
Yeah, I am.
Well, their group leader there in London, John Payne, he's been in news for 50 years.
Wow.
That's a long time.
That's a long time to go without clothes.
Said that, Ross. Can't you choose another word?
Oh,
God, I'm getting tired of you stepping on me, boy.
Let him have it, Al. Let him
have it. Yes.
You won't be the first one. Trust me.
Next time I come to the store, I'm
I'm gonna
whip open the front door and walk in yelling.
You know what? I bought this fucking crap here.
Yeah, it happens 5 times a day.
I bet, eh?
Yeah, but
not with somebody with the same hoodie as you.
Yeah, no, that's true. Actually, you know what? On Google and on Facebook, we have got all 5-star ratings. So, we don't get a lot of that.
Yeah. All right, from the London parks to in Spain, they say that naturism is on the rise.
I bet it is.
It's been in Spain for a long time, hasn't it?
Yes,
Yeah.
even in
They
the
say it's
70s it was there.
Yeah, and well, it's on the rise even more. I'm just trying to find some numbers, but I can't.
That's because Spanish girls are very cute. Sorry.
Well, there's 20 million people throughout Europe who practice naturism.
Well, as I mentioned earlier, I mean, I literally spent 14 years old. I was 13, 14 years old. We did the nudist thing on the European vacation. We traveled from England all the way down to Amsterdam, down the Rhine River, and we stayed all at nudist camps. So
it's big in Scandinavia too, isn't it? Like all Norway, Sweden, all through there.
Well, they say here it's Germany, France, Greece are front runners.
Wow, Greece. I don't know. That's a lot of hairy people.
Yeah. A lot of towel snapping there. Huh?
No body casting for them.
Yeah, exactly.
There's not enough Vaseline in the world.
30,000 people practice naturism in Spain, and more than 500,000 sporadically.
What I'd like to know is when did it start being called naturism? We just called ourselves nudists.
I don't know. If there's somebody in there that can answer that question, you can run out here and we can get an answer, Eddie.
I think naturist sounds less threatening.
It's probably one of those politically correct things.
No. What it probably is people started recognizing nudists in a sexual tone, is what it is. Probably.
Yeah. Well, one time.
Because really, you're not supposed to even consider yourself nude or naked or anything like that. You're just being one with nature. So I understand the naturist thing, but growing up, we called ourselves nudists. Where are you going? We're going to the nudist beach.
Well, they were nudist colonies.
Yes, they were. They really were. Buses.
That was the
and at the gorge that we went to. We got to play with Buddy. He had a big yellow camper, and he had a monkey.
Oh, hang on here.
Had a monkey.
We got an episode of Vaughn coming out here. Abby.
Okay. With an answer?
No. She's gonna.
Okay. It is not a colony. We're not ants and we're not lepers, guys. Okay?
There you go.
We're nudists.
We were talking about.
See, nudists. You see? There's that word.
Yeah. See, this is why the political correctness comes in, right? You call it a nudist colony, you catch hell. It's naturism.
Okay, I do have some definitions here. All right.
Growing up in Alberta, there's no such thing as any nude allowed.
No,
not even in your own bedroom.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying, like, when you grow up in southern Alberta, where the Bible Belt of Canada, I mean, I know it's Bible Belt in Ontario too, but you don't hear anything about nude beaches. Nothing.
I'll have you know,
I live in the Bible Belt of Ontario.
Well, I know you do. I know that. I'm not saying it's much different, but.
And I will also add that I am the only Jew in a one Jew town.
Well, at least you're the head Jew.
That's right. And where I'm from, the 2 states next to him tried to sue them. So
that's not good. Okay, it says here, naturism is a way of life in harmony with by the practice of community with the intention of encouraging self-respect, respect for others, and for the environment.
Okay. Hippies.
A new word.
I heard some noise in the barn.
You heard
giggling or yelling?
It's just a noise.
Are there people running out to kill you now?
No.
All right.
I think it's good to respect.
I could picture that. I could picture that.
There's no sexuality. Like, I mean, that's the thing. Like, when we come down to the whole thing, it's like, if you could be out there and be free and not be ogling and touching, and you know what I mean? That's total freedom.
Correct.
So, why bring sexuality, really?
But you know what? I'll tell you something. I remember when I was still in Toronto when they legalized women being able to bare their breasts. Instantly, the prostitute community decided to use their breasts to solicit more money. And instantly, the Ontario government said, and they added a bylaw to that. So now you cannot use, a woman cannot bare their breasts. Actually, I think it's a man or a woman cannot bare their breasts in public if they're using it for the purpose of solicitation. Otherwise, you can flash away.
And I do that regularly.
I'm sure you
do.
And that's why you and your darling wife
are in two separate rooms.
Well, how do I know she's not flashing in there right now?
I may have
her on the other camera there, buddy.
I was gonna say, yeah. You're watching.
I think I can unmute her camera from here.
She's on Skype.
Jeez.
Full frontal, buddy.
All right.
It all has to do with North America's attitude. We're very prudish, and it comes a lot from the Victorian era when that attitude migrated to the U.S. and to North America.
It also has to do with most people represent genitals and breasts as a sexual thing and can't get over it.
Right.
Like Alberta.
Like Alberta.
Okay, I got another definition for you.
If anybody wants, if you want to come over and get naked and hang out on my couch, you go right ahead.
All right, I'm on my way.
Okay, here we go. Nudism is the act of being naked, while naturism is a lifestyle which at various times embraces nature, environment, respect for others, self-respect, crafts, healthy eating, vegetarianism, teetotalism.
Wait. You don't. Yeah, and cannibalism too.
Cannibalism is
you don't have
non-smoking.
You know what? We just had. I had a conversation with Captain Dave actually about being vegan. Okay. He calls himself. I'm sorry, Dave. He calls himself a vegan, but he eats fish and meat.
He's not a vegan, though.
But no, hold on. He does not consider himself a vegetarian.
I gotta keep getting charged on my phone.
Is there such a thing as vegan meat?
I don't know.
I mean, isn't vegan
that's
like the VG is for vegetable, right?
Soy protein.
Yeah, that's what I thought they.
So it's soyism.
Yeah, soyism.
Yeah. Any of those. Yeah, and there's
tofu, soya.
texturized soy protein.
The veganism is basically
Like,
no
or
round
falafel.
at all, right?
Yeah, no meat,
Yeah,
right?
there's chicken.
Right.
Right. So
I
he's not a
couldn't do
vegan.
it. I could not do it.
And no fish. And usually it's no fish either.
Al, for some reason,
Anything with a
we're getting
face.
echo.
Oh, it's feedback. Wow, I can hear
We're
it.
getting echo.
Yeah.
You know, I'm actually an astronaut.
Okay, hang on. I gotta move someplace. They've asked me to come into the barn.
You can't go and be anywhere near another mic. You know that, right?
I'm gonna try to go over here on the stage.
All right. You go be on the stage. Naked Al on the stage.
Naked Al on stage. Is there a pole on?
It wouldn't be my first time.
Is it got a pole up there?
Yeah, I'm sure he does.
Yeah. Is that a problem now? We got feedback and all that stuff?
No, it's gone now.
No? Okay, we're not reverbing?
Well,
I don't play piano, Hector.
I won't say what Al's thinking.
I have a funny story. When I was at one of them said nudist camps, well, let's just put it, when you're 14 years old don't play table tennis with a beautiful girl.
Correct.
Just saying.
Yeah, I can imagine that. A little distracting, huh?
No, everything's at that one level, Ross. And whackety whack whack whack. Ow!
Oh, yeah. All of a sudden, one end of the ping pong table starts to rise.
Yeah.
You okay over there, Al?
Yeah, I'm
just
getting set up here.
Is it a family-friendly event, Al?
Gail brought me.
No,
it's an 18 plus.
Where I was in Europe, all the campsites that I stayed at, Tamara, were family campsites. Yes. But Hector and Yvonne's place is we'll say 19 plus.
18 plus.
18 plus.
18 plus. Oh, awesome. Well, I mean,
19 plus. I'm getting the 19.
I said 19.
Yeah.
19.
Yeah.
Al
But I mean,
corrected
some
me.
of these events would be family events too, right? Like I'm not.
Well, I don't know. Do they have family events as well, Al?
Do they have what
Do they
events?
have family events as well?
No, they don't.
Okay.
No. It's just the 19 plus. Some people
Legality.
question that, but no one ever questions the fact that a bar is 19 plus. They have adult living.
Yep.
Places, example, is one on the 401 there now by Newmarket. That's an adult community that's 19 plus.
Yep.
There's condos that are no children allowed. There's
Mhm.
resorts that are no children allowed. But yeah, they don't get labeled as a place that's yeah.
Well,
this is all.
We didn't even
adults,
think of it back in the 70s and 80s. We just went. Mom was going to go swimming. Let's go. There wasn't.
Absolutely.
It wasn't.
Absolutely.
Mom's going to take her clothes off and lay out on the grass naked. It was. We're going swimming. Let's go.
It's all the perception on how you raise your children, what's natural and
course it
normal
is.
to them, right?
Of course
So I
it
mean,
is.
that's why he's asking it, because a lot of people would be bringing their children into this.
But I have a question.
I
I have a question for anybody that might be listening and may want to answer this. I'm talking when I was going to nudist camps, I was in my teens, into my early 20s, I guess. But then it stopped. It stopped as I started gaining weight, and I don't know. Do any other men there? Maybe a man can answer this. Was that ever a factor? The weight. I mean,
Was that a negative, something that made you held you back?
That's right. But I mean, I know, most women are very self-conscious about their weight, and they're not going to go to a nudist camp and unless they're completely and totally over that, right?
We got.
I hear it coming.
We got the environment over there now. I got a fella here who's gonna.
I hear him.
I'm gonna speak on men's behalf and probably most women's behalf.
Okay.
Doesn't matter your weight, race, size, whatever. There is no judgment.
Okay.
And that's the way I came into this, looking at it. No judgment. Everyone's beautiful, and it's awesome.
As it should
It's
be.
freedom.
As it should be. But when you have a weight issue and you're self-conscious about going to things like that, it does. Like, I'll be quite honest, I would have come if it wasn't for the fact that I'd have to sit around naked. I would have come this week. But that's just me. That's my the way I think about it now. Because I'm a very large man, and I don't really think that I'd want to see a large man my size walking past me naked, to be honest with you. I just dumped on myself real
it
bad.
Actually works the opposite.
Okay.
That being nude actually builds self-confidence. So you may be apprehensive at first because of your confidence level, but for me, it has increased my confidence threefold. And I'm not a skinny person.
Good.
I have to agree with her.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And that's exactly what I wanted to hear. I wanted to hear what other people have to say. Because there is a stigma, as we started our conversation earlier about, there is a stigma around nudism and cannibalism. Or
Yes, there is.
There even cannibalism.
I got another comment coming.
All right.
So you just come here and you just feel comfortable.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter about your weight at all.
And
all of us, most of us, have struggled with weight issues. And nobody here cares.
Well, that's good.
You learn to be more comfortable with yourself when everyone around you is not judging you or even caring whether you're wearing this or that or bouncing around in the breeze. Doesn't matter. But thank you.
Thank you for your input.
Yes, thank you for your input. And just a question or two. How many are you? Is this your first time you've been here in the past, or any other one like this?
I've only tried this once before, and I know a couple of the people here. But other than that, no, I've never done this. I hung out when I was 10 with a bunch of Finnish people around Sudbury at a cottage, and nobody cared there. The whole family just hung around, had saunas, jumped in the cold lake, got a suntan. Doesn't matter.
There you go. It's the first time that she's been here. First time in many years by the sounds of it. And I'm sure she's going to be back.
So you might be a little nervous at first, but once you realize
Correct,
that
yeah,
nobody's judging you,
you know,
then you kind of
nobody
settle down.
judges you.
Yeah.
You really have to remove. You have to become a nomad. Really, I mean, and think of that way, because you got to take that. There's nothing sexual about it, but most people would instantly represent that with being sexual.
Yes, because of nudity.
That's what I'm getting at. Yeah.
Yep, exactly. But you know, people go skinny dipping with their friends, or maybe they go to the local club, work out, and shower. Yeah, you've got people who play in sports afterwards. They shower together. You know, and it's news, I guess, but they're naked and they're together with other people.
You know,
they're in a public setting.
That's right. And you know what public setting I like? Swedish soccer teams. Girls. Sorry.
My preference is volleyball.
Volleyball.
Yeah. A lot more jumping.
Anyway.
Do they have a nudist section? Does anybody here know? Do they have a nudist section at Wasaga Beach?
No.
Because my news report here, it's a little bit old, and it said that they were trying to get one there. I didn't know what the update was, whether they're successful or not.
They may have something on the native side, but on the public beach side, no.
I guess they're trying to do it in the provincial part.
Well, you see, in Sabo, you've got half the beach, which is miles long, is controlled by the township, and then miles and miles long going the other way, going east, is all controlled by reservation. It's all reservation land. So there may very well be nudist beaches out there that we don't know about because they're on reservation land, right?
Yeah, or even just ones that are done sort of temporarily. Just
I mean, do we really need
take chances?
Do we really need a nude beach now? I mean, can you not go fully nude on a beach anywhere now? Or is it just it's just topless?
No.
Okay.
No,
women can go
just topless.
Anywhere, but you can't. Yeah. I don't think you can be nude anywhere.
Well, they just had an event in Kingston where the ladies ran topless down the street in Kingston.
Yeah,
it
I
cause
think they had a
issues?
bike ride in Toronto, a topless bike ride.
Really? And were there
Yeah.
issues other than a lot of people ogling?
No, like when they're allowed to go topless, and they were just exerting their right to go topless, and you know, we fully support their press.
I remember that when they changed the bylaws, they were doing that because literally the hookers and the female window wipers, they were coming out there with their jigglies hanging out and doing windows and expecting more money. Right? Oh yeah. I mean,
Here we got. I've got someone making
You
the
know,
way.
there's a
making
limit
my
to how
way to
much
the
more I would
microphone.
pay.
No.
That's
Okay.
kind of like the
15,
car
20%,
wash
yeah.
that's in Montreal. There's a
Yeah.
famous car wash in Montreal where all of the attendants there
are topless.
are female and are topless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I mean, guys will even hire a cab to go through.
They have. I know that they have naked laundry services, naked housekeeping services, things like that. You can, do that, but that's a little different.
That's privacy in your own home, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So-
ooh. Car wash. I don't know. Caustic chemicals.
Car wash. Yeah. That's. Yeah. Okay, I think we're gonna have a little contest here to determine tie-dye shirt winner here.
Do we get to see a photo of the winning tie-dye?
Alan Rapp. Oh no. I'm just kidding.
If I'd known there'd been tie dyeing, maybe I would have come.
Yeah, oh, there you go. Did you get that?
No.
Did you get
No.
that? The only thing around here that is judged is clothing.
Whoa.
Which there really isn't a lot of at times. Sometimes it's none.
So, can I ask a silly question of somebody? Why that? Fuck. Yes, I said fuck on the radio. I forgot what I was going to say now.
Current recent memory loss.
Yeah. That's
Short-term memory loss. We know it.
cannibalism. That's cannibalism.
All right. we've got several ladies here with the tie-dye t-shirts on.
Oh, that's what I was going to ask. Why, if you're at a nudist ranch, why are you giving away shirts?
No, they're tie-dyeing them, and they're going to judge. People here in the audience are going to judge which shirt is the nicest, and I'm going to give them a prize.
And
I got a. Go ahead.
How are you judging them, on body or off body?
On body, they are wearing them.
Okay. So that
One,
goes back,
two, three,
that
four,
goes
five,
back
six,
to my
seven.
original statement. Why the hell are you giving shirts away at a nudist camp?
We're not giving them
It
away.
was cold this morning.
Yeah, it was.
It
cold,
was.
wasn't
Yeah, it was cold. It was cold last night too, wasn't it?
I know, Al. I'm just giving you a hard time.
Okay. All right.
Let the competition begin.
Wow. We got a dozen here.
Cheated last night and wore jammies.
Okay. So,
I don't think you heard that, Ross.
I know. I would have been wearing jammies. It went down to like 54 degrees
you
last night.
guys
It was
see
cold.
everybody?
No, we can't see anything, Al. Hello.
Can't see anything. Eh?
Turn your camera on. Oh, wait.
Well, I can't turn my.
We can't see it. No, you have to describe it, Al.
Dude,
Can you do Facebook Live while you're doing it?
Well, okay. I don't know. I try.
Facebook Live video.
She's got a white.
Yeah, sure.
It's a tank.
Yeah, sure.
I don't know, yellow, greens, and blacks. There's some lips.
There's what?
Yeah, I'm
Another
not going
tank
there.
top is purple and red.
I'm not going there.
With there is a pattern, but I don't know what it's called. Spiral. There we go. Thank you, ladies. Oh, it's got horizontal green lines and pink lines and black lines. And that is actually my shirt. That's the one that looks like the little Green Man.
Sounds
was
like a
online.
pride parade.
Al, did you did you do your 420?
Oh, another tank, blue colors, purples, and we got I'm gonna say double no vertical lines.
Vertical lines.
The lines
Yeah.
are the theme here today for some reason.
Yeah.
Now this one
are
here is
more
our
flattering
tank top.
than little.
It's got some up top. It's what
Target?
it's got bullseyes and targets up on the top half.
Are they evenly distributed?
Can I take Twin Peaks? Perky
Twin
Peaks.
Peaks.
That one's going to win for sure.
Okay.
Is David Lynch
We got
there?
our tank top. We got some big, bold, thick horizontal lines.
Yeah.
Lines.
I vote.
They're very colorful.
Now, Al, were these all achieved by knot tying?
Yeah, they're using elastics.
Okay.
Yeah, this is a lot of tank tops, and this one's got blacks and pinks, and there's just no pattern. It just goes everywhere. Okay, we're down. We got the last one is just up, and we got the Twin Peaks.
Yeah, Twin Peaks has got my vote. If we get a vote,
Twin-
I vote for Twin Peaks.
We got a winner. We got Twin Peaks is the winner.
Yeah.
I'll ask her if I can get a photo of Twin Peaks.
Yeah,
Just the
baby.
shirt. Just the shirt. Yeah. No facial.
You can
No
put it
flesh.
on somebody if you want.
No
There's
flesh.
flesh because she's got a tank tops. Oh.
You're going for the Perky Peaks,
You can't see them. They're in color.
What do you mean? You can't miss them.
She's the winner.
I think somebody should have to model
shirt.
it on their body so that we can
I-
make sure the positioning's right.
Congratulations. You come over the boot, and I will give you a triple set of Treating Yourself Expo videos that has all the speakers and researchers and doctors that all talk about cannabis, as well as a why not poster series from Ivan Art from Scandinavia.
I appreciate that. Thanks so much.
You're welcome. Okay, there we go. There's the posters.
The posters.
The posters. They're really informative. Actually, Hector has one that he really likes, which is the one where it shows sort of like a country with oil and a country that's made with hemp, and it shows people running around naked.
So I have a question.
Yes, I know that one.
Go ahead.
Are we going to talk about the history of cannabis and nudism, or naturism, as they call now, politically correct and all that?
Information here.
Well, that's what's on the list.
It's on the list, man. It's on the list.
He's
I'm just presenting my prizes. There you go. This DVD here has like 6 DVDs in it. Okay, and then there you go. 6 DVD discs in it.
She's getting 6 for the price of 1.
For nothing, yeah. And there's 4 discs in that one, 3 discs in there. Doctors talking about the cannabis. Dr. Ralph Malmy, Dr. Paul Hornby, Eric Rosenfeld. He's one of only 4 U.S. citizens right now that are legally allowed to use cannabis, and the government sends them 300 joints every month.
Yeah. In the big tin.
So enjoy.
I don't
There you go.
believe he has. I don't believe that he has a choice on strains either. And speaking of people who have been in the public eye over cannabis, pretty soon I'm making arrangements to try and get Eddie Lepp on the show.
Oh, excellent.
So
Awesome. Yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna move a second again here.
Because he did 12 years, I think, didn't he?
The weather is more cooperative now.
He did a long stretch. Yeah,
Yeah,
wasn't
it was
he?
a long stretch.
It was
I
actually.
think it was
probably-
14 years he was sentenced to, and he got out a bit early.
He got 10
years,
years, and the judge didn't want to give it to him.
Yeah.
6 years in total, actually, like from start.
Yeah.
to finish.
There you go.
And he just got out like 3-4 months ago. So.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay, I see. There's the news.
Another one in the
Okay.
U.S. that's been a big push for.
There's still a few in the U.S. that are sitting in jail. Whether or not they'll be released, I don't know. But are they actually? Has there been any talk about actually doing anything here in Canada?
No.
Really?
No.
Nothing.
They have no intentions of giving amnesty to anyone who has been charged previously with cannabis. They and a pardon in reality now with the new laws in the States too, with a pardon, U.S. favor, your traveling options now if you have a record are zero. With the new Trump, having at the border. So, and a pardon itself, if you go through Pardons Canada, is anywhere between $1,800 to $2,500 to $5,000, depending on your record and what they choose to charge you. You can do it on your own through the RCMP, but it's a long process. And then after that, you get that. It's not recognized at the U.S. border anyway. So it's a really difficult position for many people to be in.
Well, the people in the U.S. need to be very afraid right now in the legal states, because even if everybody is saying, "Oh, Trump is going to be impeached, he'll be out of there," who takes over is going to be Mike Pence, and he is much more frightening.
I agree.
Than Trump.
I agree. Mike Pence is more.
Very
he's
scary.
absolutely more frightening. Yeah, and I think it's just
and they will disappear. They'll lose their rights.
Well, I know Adele Falk does a lot of prisoners for plot down in the U.S. She's also in California area, and I know Natalie DePriest was just released, but they're still fighting for her brother to be released, and they were charged with cultivation for 12 months. So it's quite the difference just with that line across. But again, cross-border patchwork, legalization, each province, each municipality. It's going to be a mess as far as I can see.
I honestly believe that the only way that this is not going to be a mess, Tamara, is if every single province goes on the same regime.
Yeah, and that's fine.
If everybody's
the municipality, right? Like,
but
for example, they're just going to cease and desist orders out for the dispensaries in Kamloops. Right?
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
We also have dispensaries that are being shut down in other parts of like Grand Forks, for example. One running, one not being able to run here, but Kimberley can run there. So you're seeing the patchwork already within municipalities. So if each province absolutely takes the same stance as each other, then you've got mayors and different districts and wards that want to change the bylaws within them. And that's what we're seeing out here in British Columbia, that the municipalities are wanting to have the taxation money go back into the community. They want it to, be enforced by a community bylaw. And that's going to be the patchwork that we're going to be stuck with. Why I see it being an even bigger mess than if it's just province to province. Like, that's a bigger level of confusion for many people, because out here, there could be bylaws, but you're not allowed to grow 4 plants in your yard because the bylaw states so. Like, and then again, how are they going to police all this stuff? So I find it very confusing. I think most people, whether they're a medical consumer or a recreational consumer right now, are finding all of this legislation very confusing, not understanding that you're a patient and that keeps you in that patient's realm right now after legislation goes through as well. But with the delays in Health Canada, leaving a lot of whether we're legal or not, it's just gong show.
It is a gong show. Speaking of gong show, the Unknown Comic has been touring.
Cool.
Yeah, he's still very much around.
So he's still known.
Yeah, he's still unknown. Yeah.
All right.
So what are we moving on to, Al?
What are we moving on to? Well, we have a choice here. We can talk about the history of cannabis, or I can try to talk to some people on here that are sitting around in the big chairs and get their opinions on, naturism, cannabis, maybe their first experience of doing naturism, what it was like. Maybe they like you, Al. Maybe they were younger.
Well, yes, let's do that, and we can throw in the history as well as we go.
Yeah, if anybody knows anything about the history of cannabis. I know that I got a couple people that will talk to me.
All right, well, go find naked people, Al, and we'll sit here and be naked as well.
Oh, that's not a problem. Okay. All right.
If you guys want to know the history of cannabis, when I was 14 years old, a new guy moved to town, and he had long hair, and I said, "Hey, I bet he's got cannabis." So I bought some from him, and me and my friends went out in the woods, Oh, you're not talking about personal history, right?
You know, a lot of people sort of look at no, not personal history. Cannabis. Think about the hippie days, the 1960s, and they don't realize it goes way back before the turn of the century.
Yes.
Yeah,
Sure does.
And then they found cannabis in the some of the tombs in China, 2,700 years old. You can still see the trichomes on them. So it's not just today. It's been around for many years, and it's only been illegal for the last 100. So. All right, I think I've got somebody to speak to me.
I wish I had been here 100 years earlier. Wouldn't have to go through all this shit.
Okay. What do we want to know? Okay. What do you want to start with first? The cannabis issue or the naturism issue?
How about both?
I pick. About both. Can you hear him? Okay. What I'm gonna do is get you a set of headphones, and then that way, in case you can't hear, the clarity off the headphones versus trying to get it out of the room is just sort of a bit. I'm in my headphones. Okay.
So Al
Wait, somebody said fudge.
Fudge?
Fudge, there we go. Yeah. Okay, our guest has got us the headphones on, so everybody can say hi.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello. Hi.
Yes, I am.
Okay, and I'll just use first name only. Okay, this is Laura, everybody. Say hi, Laura.
Hello, Laura.
Hi, Laura.
Hello. Hi.
Okay.
So what's
hi,
up?
Guys. So
what's up? What's going on?
Tell us about, I guess, your naturism history. Is it something you've done for years, or was it something like a bucket list thing?
Oh boy, how much time we got?
We have 45 minutes.
45 minutes.
Okay. Really quick. It all started back, I think, I'm not going to say how old I am, but you remember Donahue?
Yeah.
Yes.
Donahue. Yep.
Okay, so once upon a time, I think I was 12 or 13 playing hooky from school watching Donahue, and they had a natural family on there, and it sparked my attention. And then a couple years ago, my husband found this place and says, let's go try it out. And it's only been 2 years that we've been doing this, and I think I found my group of people.
I'm glad you didn't really date yourself and say the Bob McLean show.
The who? No.
And when you come here, you like to get involved with the nightly activities at the Watering Hole, and I think tonight we're gonna have some karaoke going.
Oh, if we do, I'm in.
Oh, karaoke! I'm gonna come for that. I'll show up on the computer.
Let's see. What else can we ask you about nature? We're getting there. That's on the cannabis issue. So now I know we're here promoting Freedom Fields. You've been doing this for 2 years. Is this basically the only place you've been coming?
This is the only place we've ever come, other than the people that we've met here.
Did you, when you were younger, did you go skinny dipping or anything like that? Like that's what I talked about earlier, about skinny dipping or going to the gym.
Well, yeah, you had an interview with my cousin, and we all grew up out on a cottage. And that night, we were young, and our parents would take us skinny dipping, and it felt great, And next thing you know, I'm here, and now I got my cousin out here, and making it a family affair.
Hey, there you go. Somebody was asking if it was a family style place, but everybody has to be over 19, so you can still be family, right? Let's see what else. Anybody got any questions that I can throw out, Laura? No. Okay. All right. Let's see. Okay, so when it comes to the cannabis issue, are you a cannabis consumer?
Not on a regular basis, but I am learning a lot about the medicinal purposes of it. And for myself, I've just started recently using it for my back issues. And I have some really bad insomnia every now and then, and I'll take that, and it just knocks me right out, and I sleep like a baby.
Yeah, very nice. And has it affected you in other ways?
Not in any negative ways.
You have to say negative, but is there a positive way within the house?
Oh yeah, my kids were bugging me for years. Mom, try this.
Yeah.
It'll help.
Mhm.
And I was always shy, and then I just tried this year. My mom was using it for cancer, and then actually Al's wife was like, "You should try it for your back."
You mentioned your mom uses it for cancer.
Yeah, she was diagnosed a year and a half ago with terminal cancer, and the first person we called was Al to see if he would help us out. And she's now a year and a half past her diagnosis date. And she was only
Yay.
given months.
Awesome.
She's
Good.
77, and she's on kidney dialysis as well. She can't have chemo. She can't do radiation. So the only thing she takes is the oil that we get from Al, and she's still going strong.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Great.
Year and a half past her expiry date that they gave her. That's
Wow.
incredible.
It is.
And this is how she's consuming it.
I make her fudge.
There you go. A little bit of fudge. Now, does she eat a lot of fudge? Just once a day?
She just takes a piece at night before she goes to bed, and that's pretty much it. She doesn't take any other medicine, no cancer medicine. And I think she takes one other
Wow.
supplement, but other than that, that's all she takes. When it was just the oil, we had a harder time. She would fall asleep and she'd forget to take it. So now she loves her sweets, so I started making her fudge. And then she'll take the piece with her upstairs. If she falls asleep, she'll wake up and she sees the chocolate and, it's gone.
Right.
There you go. Yeah, it's always good when you can hear a story like that, where somebody, especially goes a year and a half past their expiry time, and it's your mother wasn't a cannabis person, like a person.
She was dead set against it until she found out she had cancer, and now she's like, "You need to call Al. I need my fudge."
and from what I understand, like, she got a point where she you have to blend her food.
Yeah, she has a swallowing issue, so that's why she likes the fudge, because she can just melt it in her mouth.
Yeah.
And, anything else like pills and stuff, she has to chew them. All her food has to be blended and that kind of thing. I think honestly, if it wasn't for this, I think we'd be at a point right now where she'd probably be on a feeding tube with the type of cancer that she has. But she's still, like, the doctors are amazed. They want to do another CAT scan to see where she's at, because they're just shocked really at how well she's doing, especially for her age and her other health issues. So
Do they know that she's using cannabis?
oh my goodness, yes. She tells everybody. She just recently had a surgery, and the nurse pulled me aside because they were asking about my mom's meds, and she was telling them, and they thought she's asking for it. And I had to say, because they came to me, they're like, well, we can't give her that. And I'm like, no. I said, she's telling you what she's taking. So yeah, she's not shy about it. She's like,
That's
because,
awesome.
like I said, she
Good
can't
for her.
do anything else other than that.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it is. It's a great story. Thank you for sharing that with us, Laura.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right.
Thanks.
Have you got any questions for Laura? Any of you?
No, just good luck with the fudge.
Mm-hmm.
Have you thought about maybe something else? As far, like, she likes her fudge, but is there any other thing that she might like to? I don't know. Could she do candies?
Anything that she can melt in her mouth or suck on.
That's what she can have. You mentioned gravy. Oh, there she goes. She's getting some gravy on the side too. That's good. Fantastic. That's great news. All right, let's see if I can get anybody else who wants to talk to me. Look at all the hands go up. You want to talk to me? Okay, all right. Well, he's got nothing to say, but he'll talk to me. He says, "All right." I get. He started. You started all this.
Yeah.
He made the phone call, and what'd you hear? Was it good news?
Yeah, there's nothing bad about it.
That's right. Yes, and for you to come,
I don't know what your activities were before, but was this something that was new to you?
Yeah, I mean, I always ran around the house naked when no one was there.
So like, I think they call that home nudism.
I was shut in.
Shut in.
He was
Yeah, I
caught
just came
running.
out.
He was caught running around outside too much naked, so they threw him out.
Yeah,
That's what it was.
closet nudist. He's also. This is also one of our body cast people.
Ah.
How was the body cast?
It was great.
Yeah, no problems.
Nope, Yvonne done a great job in my butt.
No
No
pinching, eh?
Nope, there was no pinching.
No pinch, no grab. There you
No.
go. That was good.
I'm not going there.
Right, have no, you could have some hair on the cheek of his ass. Remove that at the body cast.
Al, we've moved on from his bum. Let's go to another.
Okay, and as I guess you're Laura's husband, so you see what's going on here with her mom with the cannabis issue.
Yeah, it does make a big difference.
Do you find that she has an increased appetite, or is she sleeping any better?
Oh yeah, Jane sleeps a lot better. She never used to sleep, and now she sleeps all the time.
Overnight, so she's getting some good sleep, which is also part of the healing process.
She wouldn't sleep before. She would be up till 3 or 4 in the morning, and now we've got the quietest nights. It's so nice.
Jeez, it's just a little piece of fudge, eh? It's amazing.
It is. Well, Al, what about have they ever thought about when it becomes recreational and they're allowed to grow the 4 plants per household? Have they ever thought about doing it and then they can freeze the leaves and the tops so their mother can juice it? Because it's really good for the juicing too. And you can make the juice up ahead of time and freeze it in like ice cube trays and, use 1 a day, right?
Do you get do you get the potency that you need doing it that way? Or do you get more?
Well, you can build up to even get more, because
but you don't get
something
high.
like it's something like 600 milligrams that you can build up to, but that does take time. I equate it the same thing as being a meat eater and then just all of a sudden becoming a vegetarian overnight. You're going to have gastric issues if you do that much of a radical switch. You have to incorporate it gently into the diet, but once you do, you can take in so much more, and it's the whole plant.
So you're just basically taking the plant and putting it into a juicer and taking the juice out.
Yeah, you're better off to use a masticating type of a juicer, where it's getting everything.
Yeah, grinds it all up. Into a
Yeah,
big lump,
that's right.
And then
That's right, and you can put that in a smoothie, but you're getting everything out of that
Now,
plant.
what's the best and easiest way to get rid of that taste? Because it's a horrid taste, and anybody who tells you differently is lying.
No, you're absolutely correct. So it's a good way to get a lot of vegetables and fruits into your diet too, because you can take and make it into a concentrate and do it like an ice cube tray, and then add that to carrot juice, apple juice,
Or a V8 or something like that, yeah.
Yeah, something along those lines to, even add a dash of hot sauce if you want to it then.
Okay.
But, make something like that, but at least you're getting it into you.
I've got a comment coming up here.
Okay.
Oh, we're just going to say that our oldest son has ADHD, and he uses the marijuana to calm himself down.
Yeah, that's I have severe ADHD, and that's exactly what I use it for.
Mm-hmm. So does our son.
No, our son
He
has
has
severe
ADD.
ADHD, ODD, and OCD.
Wow.
He
Oh.
refuses medication, but he takes that and it calms him right down.
Now, how
Find
is
that-
he using it?
Yeah.
Is he using
Does
it
it
as
help
an
focus?
Is he using it as an edible, or is he using it as a smoking?
Because usually, because he's so hyper, it's
Yeah.
both. It calms
Okay.
him down, and I think it helps him to be able to just maintain a certain amount of ability to focus. Because he's
I
also
know
an
that it-
artist. And
I know it
so
helps me
you can really
concentrate.
see the difference after he's taken it,
Yeah.
as opposed to when he doesn't. You
Is
get a
he un-
scatterbrain without it.
Is he uncontrollable when he's not, when he's around on his own, when he gets angry? Does he get uncontrollable in that when he doesn't have it?
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, I do as well.
Yeah. Yeah, and he's you know, he's left home, he's come back, so he's not a young child, but he's still an adult. No, he's an adult.
Oh.
Yeah,
Well,
he's
you know,
actually a nice, very nice artist, to tell you the truth. Is what I seen some of his
that's
work the
good.
other week.
A lot of people focus on ADHD for children. They don't focus on the adults. And I'll tell you, I'm 53 years old. I was diagnosed when I was 5 through the Higgs Clinic, and I've been living with it and fighting it all my life. And it can be a very detrimental disease to have. It really can. But because it's hidden, the only time you notice it is when I'm sitting here going boingy 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 boingy.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. I know our
They completely agree with you. I got two heads
Yeah.
going here.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, all right. I guess the cannabis issue. Any? Okay, we talked about your mother, right? Okay, I think we're good.
Thank you for your input.
Thank you for your input. I'm sure you heard that in the barn. All right. Anybody else want to speak? That's just going. No.
No more. 6 hours is enough.
Oh, okay. I got one. I got someone to speak.
All right.
And we are talking with our prize winner here.
Prize winner.
Tweet.
Cool.
Yes, I'm Liz.
Hi, Liz.
Liz. And just, basically the same idea of questions with them as with Laura and Rob. Naturism you've been involved in?
Opportunity was in my early 20s. I was doing graduate studies in Vancouver at UBC, and our friends, we would go to Wreck Beach and spend the day there. And it was just such a wonderful place to be, such a good vibe. What was really interesting is that it's a very natural beach with driftwood, but just the feeling of having sun on your body and being able to swim in the ocean, it was amazing. We met some really nice people there. And what was interesting, if you walked along the beach to then more towards Jericho Beach, which was the textile beach, all of a sudden it was just visually assaulting, like all the colors and the how loud it was and how busy, and it was almost overwhelming. And you'd come back to the natural beach and it was just so calming and just amazing. So I was there with now my husband. It was 2 years before we were married. Now we've married almost 34 years.
Oh, better get it right. Get it right.
Yeah, get it right. I'm doing the math in my head, right? And then, yeah. I mean, always with our girls growing up, we do a lot of camping, and they used to always enjoy skinny dipping. They would like that feeling as well in the water.
Do you include them in the family oriented? Growing up, we went as a family.
No, we never did go to any family-oriented naturist place. But more recently, now that our daughters are young adults, my husband and I were doing a lot more wilderness camping in Algonquin Park.
Okay.
And whenever we would be, we were more just kind of nudist as a couple, I guess. We just enjoyed that freedom. Then 3 years ago, we discovered Freedom Fields Naturist Ranch and started coming here. And I can tell you that you leave your job of the city. As soon as you come and set up, as soon as you step out of your clothing, it's just a release. It's just, there's nothing like it. Your mood is lifted. You just feel really wonderful.
Well,
so if you haven't tried it out there, I just say you got to try it because, I may be one of the older people here, but there's no judging. There's all different body types, and we're just it's a very accepting community. Yeah, just hanging out and just having a good time. My daughters do know that we're nudists, and they're fine with that. The part that they don't understand is really the social aspect of it. You know, like, really, you
And
want to do that with a crowd of other people?
That's part of the stigma, unfortunately, because I mean, you go camping with a friend, or you go to the beach with a friend, and you're sitting there and you're talking to this friend face to face, but then you go to a nudist camp or beach, or a place where that allows that, and you're sitting there staring at your friend who you may not have seen their body parts before, and you're sitting there staring at your friend and you're like,
the key there is to look in the right spot, and that's you're supposed to look in your eyes.
When I talk to somebody, I'm looking in their eyes anyways, unless they've got a really nice set of jugs. But that was a joke. That was a joke.
That's why I'm laughing.
Yeah, I know. My point was, I mean, when you have a conversation, but it does take a different. I don't know if I'd want to sit across from Ross and have a conversation with his Johnson head. You know.
Agreed.
You know. Sorry.
You probably don't.
Go. This is go. Okay.
I know they're running over the mic again. I know.
They're running over the mic.
The point of where they're off, though. Like, I mean, this being from somebody that's never been exposed to this. Okay, like I'm being honest here. I've never been exposed to anything like this before. I'm finding it that people are very free and just want to, like I said, socialize together. They don't look at the parts that they've got. Everybody's kind of like, I hate to say it, like non-gender. Right?
Yeah, well, and you have to put it to that. You have to get to that mindset. Otherwise, it just won't work.
It would be damaging to have somebody in it that was not in the right mindset because of the, we have criminals, and you don't want to get to that aspect. But I think, like I said, somebody who's not been exposed to this before, I'm seeing it in a whole different way. I think it's very
well, and that's one of the reasons why they've had so many problems on Toronto Island Airport at that beach, is because it's open public, and all you have to do is pay to get onto the beach, and then you can just walk onto the beach, or you pay to get onto the island, and then you just walk onto the beach. But then you got that pervert aspect that you have to deal with, and that can be very, very dangerous. Even if somebody's just glaring a little bit too much, or says the wrong thing, or you know what I mean.
I believe Liz would probably agree with me here that when you come to a place like this, a ranch or a place that is controlled, if those type of issues come along,
they're dealt with right away. Oh yeah, they're dealt with right away. I mean, I remember incidences at the quarry where they would physically eject somebody who was either being a little too sexual or whatever. They would physically ask them to leave, and it's just the nature of the beast, unfortunately.
I would really hope that if I wanted to go somewhere like that somebody would say, oh, I remember her, that's the lady with the really nice blue eyes, not that's the person with this physical
Yep. No, I agree. 100%.
I'm being told your behavior is your passport.
Yes, it is.
If you're misbehaving, you lose your passport, and that's the door you go. Let's see, Liz, the children, all that stuff. And this is something, lifestyle you can continue to do for some years?
Yeah, I think it's excuse me. Yeah, I think as long as we're able, you got to just enjoy life. So this is part of it now.
There's something to do with you and winning. Go ahead.
I know that growing up in that environment, a lot of the people that were at the quarry when we went were older generation. They weren't younger. It was kids and older parents. That's the environment
here.
But that's the environment that we went into. There were children running around. There were families there camping all weekend, and everybody was just enjoying the sun. Period.
Yeah. Now, Liz, as I mentioned, you won the T-shirt tie-dye contest, but no, nothing to do like that. Getting body motions at me here. Did you not win last year's Survivor?
Yes, I had that honor.
And what did you think of the challenge?
It was a lot of fun, but yeah, it was pretty competitive to the end. What can I say?
Was it?
That's right.
Yeah.
Did it give new meaning to the words naked and afraid?
No.
I think it gives you meaning to naked and afraid. No. She didn't have to spend the night in the woods or anything.
But I watched
That's in Lost Island.
They blur all the good parts on that show anyway.
Yeah, they do, don't they?
No, this was more group team
Awesome.
fun. Working with your teammates to accomplish the tasks, the races, the scavenger hunts, the whatever the challenge. It was just always someone has to be voted off the island, and that's kind of. But it was a very fun 2 days of activities, and came down to the two final competitors with the final challenge, and.
So you didn't get forced into a helicopter and then flown over to Darlington.
No, what happens after each event is the team winner of the event gets to go and choose an article from a box, and then over the 2 days of competition, you have enough things. Often the last event is a cooking challenge. And so then
wow.
You have to prepare something with either ingredients and utensils, and then serve, and then you're judged as well on what you created at the very end.
Now is it great? They need to do a cannabis cooking challenge is what they need to do.
There's an idea. I'll throw that in Von Ted. Yeah, they have to start the fire, the whole bit. And then if the weather is bad, and then if they got to mix things, they don't have anything to mix with their hands other than their hands.
Okay.
Or you got to flip something. They don't have any spatulas. Or buddy's got the spatula and they're not about to give it to you. Did you have any haunted memories like that?
I'm sorry?
Did you have any bad memories about the cooking challenge?
No.
No, it's spicy. Yeah, that's right. Everybody has to taste the food that you make at the end. That's right. Yeah, and the other really fun thing is the smell when you're blindfolded.
Yeah, we had
really?
smell,
Oh, really?
and I think we had taste as well. Yes. The funniest thing though is the year before, one of the competitors, everything. Yvonne, Hector, help me. What did everything smell like? Peaches. His answer to everything, peaches.
Peaches.
Yes. Needless to say, he didn't win the final competition.
But it's a weekend of fun for sure, and that happens on the September long weekend. That's back to you. Be your next event. Yeah, I'm getting a nod from Hector. Next meeting. Lady Spa Day coming up. Lady Spa Day coming up, Deb.
Okay, when's
did you want
that?
to tell us about the Lady Spa Day?
Yeah, tell us.
Okay, I got it. Did you want to tell us about the Lady Spa Day? Okay, ever passing the headphones over? Yeah, no?
No, yeah, no, no, yeah,
okay.
no.
All right, yeah.
No.
Yeah, okay.
No.
It's up in the air.
It's up in the air. Still not.
Okay, we got
Still in the planning stage.
Correct, still in the planning stages. I can tell you that it was 2 years ago we did one, and they had. Were you involved in that last year?
But I was just going to say though, there is always a massage therapy table here at the ranch, and so, but anytime anybody wants to have just a relaxing massage, there would always be willing friends, I'm sure. But no, I'm sure the spa day would involve manis, pedis, a little pampering for the ladies. I could see that it would be a day where the men would cater to their women.
What's that?
Years ago, you were all dressed up a couple of years ago, weren't you?
I had cufflinks on. Yes, I did. And I was going around serving the ladies, giving them wine and snacks and stuff like that, for sure.
How many ones did you get in your garter belt?
I didn't have a garter belt. But yeah, I kept busy. Had a good time. I thought it was great. I offered to help out again in the next one. So.
Awesome. So,
all right. Now, Liz, I'm telling everybody about naturism and cannabis. Now, I don't know, however you want to answer these things, but any good, bad thoughts, any opinions on the cannabis issue?
Well, even though I work in a hospital environment, I'm all for alternative forms of healthcare. My husband has been a registered massage therapist for over 30 years, and we do have a number of friends that have various forms of cancer or different ailments, neurological conditions, multiple sclerosis. My husband himself is fighting with a neurological condition that's progressive and degenerative. And many of these friends have both cannabis that has THC and others that are having new strains, of course, that have more of the cannabinoids, that they're finding more of the health benefits. So personally, I just recreationally use cannabis for the first time now, trying some. I do find like just rolling a joint, it's kind of harsh, but I like the new vaporizers and things. I think that's a great way to there's been such great strides in the different avenues. I don't know what the right word is to describe different ways that you can consume cannabis. I think it's great.
Oh yeah, it's just the way the knowledge that has grown over the last few years has just been phenomenal. And the cannabis advocates that are out there, telling their stories, or the patients, like Laura talking about her mom, and it just spreads, and something that I know myself over the years, where I can get touched by it, have some sort of the Grinch. You watch the Grinch for Christmas there, and how his heart grows 10 times when he sees where he couldn't stop, and everybody in the village still had the Christmas. And yet, when you make a difference in a person's life, it does the same thing. Okay, let's see. Anything else you want to share talk about here, Liz?
No, I guess that's it.
Okay, that's it. All right.
thank you for your input, Liz. Appreciate it.
They say thank you for your input. You're welcome. She says. All right. Got anybody else? I think we might be done here.
We're done.
Anybody else
here.
want to talk?
No, we're done.
No, I'm getting head shakes. No.
They want you to shut the fuck up now, Al. You've been talking for 6 hours, and they're sick of you.
Sick of looking at you anyway.
Well, I appreciate that everybody came up, and the whole idea of the day was to allow people just to come and go as they wanted.
Yeah.
They weren't needed to sit in front of a movie for an extended period of time, but yet share cannabis knowledge, because if not everybody's in the cannabis community, not everybody follows all this stuff. So when you can get out and talk to 20, 30 people and educate them about cannabis, it's good.
Awesome.
It's been a worthwhile day.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
You didn't have a day of preaching to the choir, is what you're saying, which is
Yes.
how that can turn out sometimes.
Exactly. You can, and it's great to be able to reach different people.
I think that these conversations open up a lot of communication between people who do and people who don't, and that's the important part.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Exactly. You're right.
Yeah, it's all education. We didn't throw it at them, and get into every human body has an endocannabinoid system, and cannabis has got the cannabinoids or similar endocannabinoids, and how they all match, and on and on. But basically, talked about the different ways that it was consumed and used. Even that is something that people need to learn, because there are a lot of people out there that don't think you smoke cannabis.
And now we've been sitting here, as I said, since 10 o'clock this morning. It's time for a nap.
Yeah, and you know what, Al? I maybe have a different view on naturalism than I did from before.
Yes, yeah, exactly. Because you talk to the people. Oh, there you go, Ross.
There's your license right there, Ross.
Uh-oh.
What's to say, Ross? What's Mike gonna say?
You know what? I tell you something. I've been joking around, and in all seriousness, as I grew up as a nudist, and in my heart, I will always be a nudist. I'm the one that has to get over the things. But I mean, it's just. I don't even think it's expressing yourself. You're just being one with nature, and you're doing what you want to do.
You know, I think,
exactly, dog.
I think back to if you watch the Woodstock movie, and you see all the hippies at Woodstock, the original Woodstock, and you see how many of them were just running around naked. The whole hippie culture didn't just embrace cannabis and music and all that. They also embraced the freedom that allows people to do things like naturism.
So you know what? I have gone up to Wasaga Beach and in the middle of the night run in naked. I think everybody's done it. I think that people need to get over the stigmas of both pot and nakedness. I mean, you were born naked. Think about this: you were born naked, and then put on your mom's breast, and that's when your cannabinoids start.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yep,
it's true.
Absolutely.
Teach that baby to eat.
Yeah.
There you go.
La leche de la madre.
Yeah, and on that note,
I just said mother's milk.
Yes.
Okay. Well, this has been a blast. I really appreciate everybody who came out and helped and got involved in this. I think for all of you, Tamara and Ross and Deb and Marcel. You haven't been involved in naturism at all, so it was great to have you involved and get your opinions in during the conversation. And hopefully not only yourselves learn something, but others did as well. And as you saw, Al, when you talked about weight issue, we had 3 or 4 people come right to the mic and say, you're wrong. This is no more misjudged.
I'll make you all a deal, okay? Next year, all of us go.
I have to ask my wife.
Okay.
You have to ask my wife.
I gotta see that. Deb, I gotta see that.
I will be bringing a very large bag with me. I'm gonna have a knapsack and a bag.
Not me. I'm gonna have a sack nap.
Yeah.
Nap. That sounds like me last night. But no, today everybody's been. What's that?
I'm gonna go put my naked ass into my pool.
Yeah, there you go. I'm gonna get my naked ass in my pool. So skinny, David. But
There's gonna be a whole new freedom of thought. So you got
a whole new freedom. That's right.
Take a selfie. Make it your new profile picture.
Well, and part of this was the point that with the Face Radio show and yourself, Al, is part of it is to show that cannabis people are regular people. Everyday people, and nature is the same thing. University graduates, regular workers, retired people, business owners. It's all the same thing. It's just the lifestyle you choose.
Usually go off in other directions, as Ross.
Yep. And
but
who are we to judge, right?
Yeah. And then you get lucky like a place here like Freedom Fields that accepts the medicinal uses of cannabis and allows them to medicate here. You show respect. You don't go into a big crowd of people who don't smoke and then blow it in their face, but you show respect and responsibility and everything's good. People sit around, socialize, and talk. The only thing that's different is they're not wearing any clothes. All right, we must be getting pretty close to the end of our time there, Al.
I got cut off. I'm back though. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, besides also thanking you guys, I want to thank Hector and Yvonne for allowing us to do this.
Yes.
Here at Freedom Fields. Make sure you check them out at freedomfieldsnaturisranch.com. And like I said, the events are there, pictures, past pictures, everything are there. What's that, Hector?
Check us out.
There you go.
Oh well.
Yeah, yeah, just come on. And you know, there's those first time jitters, and I had to have a better idea on this. For people who want to come out the first time and they're concerned that there's going to be a big crowd there and they're all nervous, is there days of the week where it's lighter?
Yeah, that'll be the
It's
day.
more-
That'll be
more
the day
comfortable?
when all the newbies come.
Best time to come if you're really nervous, and if you have any concerns or questions, you can ask Yvonne or I about any issues. We do leave people come more during the midweek for trying it out, especially women. However, we do give women a little bit of a grace period for kind of getting involved in it. We'll let them use a wrap or something like that, just to have that extra security for them. Men usually have no issues once they get that issue of just driving up the right driveway and trying it. But besides that, it's all good.
Yeah, exactly. It's all good.
Well,
yeah, I remember swallowing my gut, going, "Okay, up the driveway you go, Al. No turning back now."
I think when you see Ross driving up the driveway, you're going to see little stars on his eyes going.
The thing is everybody said it is so relaxed.
Yeah.
You know, I taught Gail and coming out, and that's, you know, she enjoys coming out here. She can relax. You know, work's gone, family life's gone. Just basically enjoy yourself. You know,
Exactly.
listen to the birds and the bees out in the woods.
Yeah, it sounds nice. It sounds like going to the cottage, right?
Yeah, it is. It is.
But with-
There's even outhouses here. But and you're here with other people, and it's all good.
So, folks, Hector and Yvonne, thank you. Hopefully, we will see you later down the road. And thank you for letting us do this. And hopefully, we didn't bother you people too much.
I don't think we bothered anybody. I think a lot of them had a good time sitting there listening. Some had some laughs, and we'll have to do this again. And you know, next year's a new year.
Yep. I think everybody learned something today.
Yep.
Yep. So do I. So, all righty, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, and I guess that's it. Sign out here from Freedom Fields Nature's Ranch in Tamworth, Ontario.
Yep.
Thanks, Al.
We're out of here, and we'll be back during the week. First show's tomorrow's Wednesday at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. 11 a.m.
Yeah, 11 a.m. Eastern Time. 11 a.m. Eastern Time. 9 a.m. my time.
11.
Medicine coffee with marijuana.
There you go. And
yeah, that's it. And the Pace Radio Show goes Wednesday night at 8 o'clock, 90 minutes of talking to cannabis advocates across Canada. Just never know who we're going to have. And this week is, where are we here? I'm just trying to think. Alicia will be up.
Who, Alicia, and who?
I know she has a guest lineup. Whether that guest is this week or her next show.
Oh, okay.
But I'll tell you, it's a doctor.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
It's always good to have a doctor on board.
And don't forget, you can catch myself and Ross and Marcel, and sometimes Al, along with patients, celebrities, whoever pops in, Fridays at 7 o'clock. Thanks for listening, and here's to another 10 years, guys.
That's right.
Hear, hear.
Hear, hear.
Thank you for joining us, Gabby.
Okay, you're welcome. Thanks, guys. Take care.
You too.
Take care. Oh, there's one last thing I want to do a shout out. I want to do a shout out to two past friends of ours.
A year ago, we tried to do this and we couldn't do it.
Yes.
And that was because of passing of our family dog, Callie. It's been a year since then, so I'm really happy that we got it done. And around here recently, within the last couple of weeks, they've lost a good friend as well, Hemi. It came as wasn't expected, and he was loved by many people and he's missed by many as well.
There you go.
So shout out to Callie and Hemi.
And now I got to take my fur baby outside for a walk, and we will say good day.
Okay.
Good day, everybody.
Good day.